Welcome to Corella. The first known being of this world was the god Urian. Less than 5,000 years ago, he created all of the other races. Humans, elves, kinderfolk, gnomes, dwarves, pikeys, wyverns, and giants. All of the races mingled and fought, coveting each other's lands and vying for more territory and riches. This grasp for power culminated in the Border Wars, which lasted 1,000 years. Peace came in a treaty, leaving each of the races to rule their own lands. Corella has enjoyed several hundred years of peace and prosperity, but something dark, something unexplained is beginning to corrupt the world, magic, and perhaps even Urian himself. This corruption has turned a once peaceful land into a world ripe with danger and adventure, which is where we find our band of heroes in The Corellan Chronicles.
Alright. Welcome back to Corella, everyone.
Hi.
Due to the absence of one Miss Nicolette Aber, we're going to skip over Aberdeen Abernathy's story, and we'll get back to her next time around. Give you a little recap on what happened last game. We got into Hawthorn Manor, Beargar and Z'kar. You guys went in and did a pretty good job of cleaning it out. A couple of rough encounters with some rat swarms and some failed checks on getting through a door or two, but for the most part, no big deal. You guys did get the townspeople into the manor and into relative safety, and where we left off was that Delvin, the sheriff, was asking you to kind of set up watch, and you guys had heard some strange noises further into the manor, and that's kind of where we are. Delvin's ushered everybody in. He's closed the front doors. He has set up watch by the front doors. He's asked you guys to kind of keep an eye out wherever you are, but I'll leave that to you on whether or not you want to set a watch, want to go to sleep, and do what you will.
I had some angry rats bite me balls, and I'm sleeping. I'm going to take a long, you might call it a long rest. I'm going to rest for however long a long rest is required for me balls to get better.
Somewhere in that 8 to 10 hour range.
If I sleep deeply, me balls will heal.
Somewhere in there, yes.
Yes.
I think my balls also need some healing.
It's the magic
Z'kar's
of
balls will
D&D,
never be
man.
the same. They're permanently damaged.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Z'kar's never having children.
Don't need to, it's fine.
Okay, so you're gonna take a long rest. Is there anywhere empty? You're already taking a long rest. All right, very good. Z'kar, what are you gonna do?
Also take a long rest, probably, curl up by the fire. I think
Yeah.
Start a fire on the
Yeah, you guys
hearth.
had previously started a fire in the hearth in the kitchen, and there was a big hearthstone in the kitchen. You guys were in there, so it's no problem to
Some cheap bastards.
go in there and have a get yourselves a long rest.
Me balls. Urian's balls.
Okay, as you guys are sleeping, Z'kar,
Yes.
as you're sleeping, you suddenly find yourself standing in an oddly familiar place. You take in your surroundings. You think you know where you are. At least something about it seems familiar, but at the same time, you kind of know you've never been there before. But something seems familiar to you. And then, as dreams will do, you suddenly have that sense of panic, like something's happening. You need to be doing something, and you see, kind of off down the path away from you, you see 4 people running at you, weapons drawn, and your heart starts to race, and you start to run, and you're running as fast as you can, and there's tree branches that are hitting you in the face, and there's mud kind of everywhere, and you trip and fall at one point in time, and you get yourself back up, and you scramble over a low mound, and you find some roots in a tree, and you kind of hide in there for a little bit, and you think that maybe you're safe, and then you can hear them coming, and you know that they found your path, your tracks again, and you run, and you're running as fast as you can, and your lungs are hurting, your heart is beating faster and faster and faster, and then you come up over a small rise, and you see a building. And in your dream, you've never seen this building before, but in your kind of subconscious mind, you know it. It's familiar. You know the building. And you scramble up the side of the hill, and you get to the edge of the building, and just before you can kind of turn around the corner of the building, you feel a very sharp pain in the back of your leg, and there's an arrow sticking out of the back of your leg, and you fall. And you see these 4 people come running up the hills after you, and they're hooded. You can't see their faces clearly. You're reaching for a weapon that you know should be there, but it's not. And the next thing you know, there's a knife in your chest, and you start to fade out of consciousness, and you start to fade out of life, and you can feel your life coming to an end. And the last thing you see are kind of glowing yellow eyes kind of coming out from underneath one of the hoods. And then it all fades to black, and you wake up. As you wake up, give me a perception or history check, whichever one you prefer.
5. Possibly plus something. Probably not.
5.
Possibly plus something. Probably not.
With your 5, the dream is starting to kind of fade, but something's sticking in the back of your mind. 2 things, actually. One of them was very real, and you're even kind of are clutching at your chest where the knife went in, and you're sweating profusely. And the other one is that building seemed very familiar, and the terrain seemed very familiar, but you can't quite put a finger on it. But even as you're awake, even though you knew in the dream, your dream mind didn't know where you were. Your waking mind knows that all seemed real and that you should know where that is. But none of that ever happened, and it was all a place that you've never seen.
Just wake up and like, fuck! Oh! Dreams shouldn't hurt that bad. Oh.
Fucking rats.
And as you look around, everyone is still asleep. It's dead of night. You've maybe been asleep 3 or 4 hours, maybe.
Now my balls feel a little better.
You can go back to sleep, or you can get up. It's however. If you wake up, you haven't been to sleep long enough to get your long rest. I think you only need 4 hours. Or do you need? No, oh no, you're half off.
Half,
so you need your full 8 hours. So you definitely haven't achieved a long rest.
I will just do like a dog and kind of spin around a little bit. Go back to sleep.
Circle the spot a little bit.
Yeah, circle the spot a little bit, curl up, pass out again.
Beargar, as you're sleeping, a very familiar sight comes to you in your dreams, and this is something it's almost comforting, and perhaps maybe one of those reasons why you drink as much as you drink and enjoy sleeping as much as you enjoy sleeping, because sometimes in your dreams you come to this place, and
it's true. I don't see it anywhere else.
You're next to a fire somewhere in the middle of the woods. It's a familiar fireplace, or a familiar campground, a familiar fire, and you know that just on the other side of the fire, blocked off by the flames, but still there, is Eleanor. And she's calmly waiting for you.
Hello, love.
Oh, Beargar.
Had a rough day today. I took Urian's balls in vain, and then I got bit on the balls by some ball biting rats. It was rough. Made a couple of new friends. It's a weird elf. He's weird. He's been following me. I'm not sure why. I think he's into bandit, but I don't know.
I know, I've been watching. He seems like a good sort.
I don't know if I'd say good sort, but it's better than nobody.
It's been nice watching you. You've been doing well.
I've been trying. To find a gnome. I'm going to get you out.
Oh, Beargar. It's good to see you have some purpose. Some real purpose.
Hi. I'm still drinking too much.
Aye.
I got a lot of wine.
Aye. Stick with the elf. I think he'll do you good.
Aye. Somebody needs to look after him. He's not very smart, Eleanor.
Well, I mean, we all have our moments, don't we?
Aye. If I knew. You were there.
You see the fire starts to kind of flicker and fade. And last thing she says to you is, "It's time to wake up, Beargar. Wake up."
But we just started.
And you wake up.
Eleanor, bandit! Boyo! Hey, you see me wine?
As you wake up, there's noise. People are milling about. But what you notice most of all is that Z'kar is still sleeping, rather fitfully, and that there's sunlight coming through the slats in the windows. You look around the room. Where were you sleeping? Were you in the kitchen or were you in the main...
It's on the floor.
In like the main entryway?
I believe so.
Okay. You see Delvin. He's standing next to the doors. He has them propped open. Just the one door on the left-hand side is propped open a couple of feet. And you can see sunlight streaming in through the door. And he's starting to already kind of start ushering some of the people that have woken up out the doors.
Oi, Delvin!
Oh, yeah.
Looks like they made it through the night, thanks to old Beargar and his friend Z'kar over here. He gives
yeah.
Z'kar a kick. Wake up, Elf!
Hello? Hello?
Oh, yeah, that they did. Good job, you two.
Thank you.
Don't thank just me. Thank me, balls.
And mine.
And his. His were damaged critically.
Just a little bit of fire, it's fine. It'll grow back.
So yeah, Delvin points out the door and as you can see, it seems like the storm's over. And let's try and get some of these people back to town.
Understood. Angus, are you headed back as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so. I think I saw... Well, I mean, I hope I saw. Maybe I was dreaming. Who knows? But I was hoping that maybe Aberdeen made her way back to the town.
Or perhaps she was going to Hawthorn Gate. She may have made it all the way.
That's true. I'm going to head back to the town, see what's left of my building. And if she ain't there, then maybe I'll head on to Adraham Gate, see if I can find her up there.
Check on the bar. Eventually, we'll be headed, or I'll be headed. I assume the elf will be with me, as he's been following me. And Bandit's not going with anybody else.
You guys planning on staying?
We heard a noise upstairs.
Yeah?
We're gonna go check on that and check on some other things. I think there might be more wine in the cellar.
I mean, it would make sense at the winery.
Indeed. I
Look around looking for some more wine.
I don't want all these loaves figuring out, you know what I'm saying?
You see Devlin comes over and says, "Boy, you two lot gonna stay here and clear out this place. Feel free to keep whatever it is that you keep. But if you do clear it out, let me know. Silver Row might be willing to pay some extra."
Another measly 12 gold for getting our balls bit. Is that what you're talking about there, Delvin?
My advice to you would be, don't get your balls bit.
Fair.
That is good advice.
Yeah, I think that if we had listened to that before, perhaps both of our balls would be in better positions than they are now. I guess they're in the same position as normal.
Probably.
A little tender.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Still a little singed.
But we're going to check out the cellar, maybe. And then we're headed to Adraham Gate. I'm still looking for the gnome.
Oh, best of luck.
Appreciate it. Is there somebody we can look into? Say we kill a bunch of monsters and we get back to Adraham Gate. Is there a Silver Row, representative?
Absolutely, yes, of course.
That we can say, oh, Delvin owes us, 12 gold because he's so generous. Generous?
Generous.
He gentrifies our pockets.
Sounds like a word to me.
But
if you go on to Adraham Gate, yes, talk to Sheriff Amara. Let her know that what you did. Tell her you spoke with me, and she'll give you some sort of bounty, I'm sure.
I'm sorry I give you so much shit, Delvin. I just don't like the Silver Row. You seem like a good bloke.
We get it all the time.
I know.
And between you and me, most of us fucking deserve it.
Fair enough. And it doesn't have to be between you and me. It's between me and every other fucking Silver Row I've ever met.
Well, good luck, gentlemen. Stay safe.
Take care of the people.
And he kind of ushers out the last few people out the door and closes the door behind him. You guys are in the manor, and there's nobody else left.
Angus is gone too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he was heading back to go check on his... If you want to pop out and say something to give him a hug or something.
Absolutely. Angus! You wee lad! What about that whiskey you're going to give me? I noticed that it's not amongst me wine bottles in me many folds of me robe here.
I honestly have no idea how you carry all that shit and don't clink when you walk.
I clink a little.
How many bottles do you have in there?
Currently 4.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'm looking.
We can definitely find some more.
I'm looking for a bottle of whiskey though. There.
All right, I'll tell you what. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little like flask, like a glass flask of some whiskey. He hands it to you. He's like, "This is my own personal stash. You can keep that. There's more where it came from if you guys survive and make your way back down."
Come here, you sweet little man. He scoops him up in like a big old Beargar.
All right. Okay.
Oh, look at you. Just a little shake. Look at your little
very
feet down there.
small, very
Oh,
And while he's busy doing that, I'm just gonna sneak the bottle out of his hand.
Oh, okay. He kind of winks at you. He's like, "You gotta be safe, okay? Can you put me down now?"
He kisses him on his head.
Oh,
Okay,
dude,
little man.
You smell like shit.
We'll see you again soon.
All right.
Z'kar, the whiskey.
There you go.
Whiskey's for sharing, lad. You can have as much as you like.
He smacks both you guys in the ass and
Probably
he
as
walks
much as I
off.
like it.
So let's say we go downstairs, see if we can get some of the Hawthorn special. Let's check upstairs at that in case there's a noise or I don't want any more nut biting rats coming up behind me.
Yeah, we don't want anything dropping on our heads.
Yeah, so in the main entryway, just to the left of the main doors as you walk in, there's a staircase that heads upstairs. You do know that at least some of upstairs has fallen in because you can see where the ceiling has fallen into the second floor, or the second floor has fallen into the ceiling of the floor that you're on. Like the back portion of the entryway has collapsed. But yeah, so there's stairs to the left to head upstairs, and then there were still some locked doors in each of the rooms that you had explored the night before.
Well, I'm gonna wander upstairs and see if I can investigate whatever noise I thought I heard up there.
As you head upstairs, as soon as you get to the kind of the landing at the top of the stairs, there's really not much room to walk. There's the ceiling up here is mostly completely collapsed in. You can see where there's parts on the floor that are bowing in. There's water collecting in some of these spots. It would be very treacherous to go much further, and the ceiling is fairly well collapsed in.
Right.
You can try to go in if you would like to, but
It's
pretty empty
Can I,
and pretty
look
dangerous.
around to see if there's anything like.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Can I assist with that?
Yes, please do because it's a 7.
Okay, well, do that again.
Oh well, it's a 10 now. So
10 plus, or just 10?
8 plus 2.
Oh, 8 plus 2. Okay. I mean, it's dark. It's. I mean, you can tell that maybe at one point in time it was maybe some quarters for some staff, maybe a sitting room, something like that. But it's kind of. I mean, like there's so much of the ceiling is caved in here that it's really hard to see anything. And there's definitely it doesn't look like there's anything laying around. It doesn't look like there's any goods left behind as far as you can see.
There's nothing up here, Elf. Let's go.
And there's
let's go
definitely
check the
nothing
other
that would have
rooms.
made a clanking noise that you heard the night before, unless it was more of the ceiling falling in.
So if I just walk out onto the floor, would it just collapse under me?
You could try. Give me, I'm going to say just give me a pure luck check. So roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Ooh, a 9.
You get about 2 steps and it starts to creak.
Okay.
And you can feel your foot starting to kind of squish through the wood.
Okay, yeah, this, let's go back downstairs.
If anything's up here, it can just fucking stay up here, right?
If anything's up here, it might just come straight down at us.
So as you get back downstairs, you're back in the main entry hall. There's the kitchens off to the left. There is the kind of the den area that you saw off to the right. You know that in the back of the kitchens there was a door that was locked, and in the back of the den there was a door that
Were
was
the
locked.
townspeople doing anything in the kitchen? Like, is there food in there?
Did they make a stew?
Yeah, they were cooking some stuff. Yeah, it was just kind of the general.
So they were going to.
Yeah,
Is there anything like left in there?
yeah.
Okay.
There's some food left in there.
All right. Beargar goes into the kitchen and starts eating leftovers.
Okay.
I'll go poke. The locked door was through the kitchen into like a storage room.
So
There's
when
a-
you walk into the kitchen, as you walk in, it's kind of like a galley-style kitchen. At one end was the storage room that you guys broke into the night before. That's where you found the potion and all that kind of stuff. At the other end is where the locked door is on the right-hand side. That door you haven't opened yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at that far end. You're not sure what is there, but it was locked the night before, and you felt like you were pretty safe to bring the people in. But
All right, well, if Beargar's just going to start eating, I'm just going to go over and just
yeah.
jiggle the thingy a little bit.
Oh yeah, Elf.
did you jiggle the thing?
I'm going to try and jiggle the thing.
There's some stew back here. I know you're jiggling thingies, but the stew's pretty good. There's not a lot left. Would you like me to save you some?
Yeah, save me a few bites. I just want to jiggle this thingy.
So, first, the stew is pretty rudimentary. I mean, it's basically water with some, root vegetables in it that people had on them. You maybe, if you dig around in there, you might find some
Throw
rat.
some rats in. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Is it rat stew?
I don't know. It's
Are there
got meat.
tails? Are there tails in that stew?
Also, fuck those rats. I killed them and ate them. Where's Bandit? Bandit boyo.
Bandit was a wolf the night before, so he's following you around as a wolf currently.
What do you think? Is this rat?
And you should actually, just as we move along on this, I believe that I put in your character sheet on D&D Beyond stats for Bandit. I think you should have a wolf, a cat for the raccoon form, and a mouse or a rat.
Okay.
So, just so you know, you don't have to look at it right now.
No, I remember you put it in there. I just
Yeah.
don't remember where it is.
Yeah, I think we used that last time.
That's what she said.
Ew. So Bandit, were you
Found
giving
it.
him
Is
some?
that extras?
Yes, there you go.
He tried some of the stew.
Yeah.
He confirmed that it was probably rat.
He didn't seem to bother him. He ate plenty of rats the night before. So
Oh, Bandit loves rats. He likes rats. He likes, especially when he's big. He likes squirrels. He calls them pufftails.
Pufftails.
He likes to eat them. He doesn't like them personally.
Right. He's not like friends with them. He just
No.
thinks they taste good.
Yes.
It's like I like pizza,
very
but I don't want to
sneaky. Yeah.
hang out with pizza. I got you. Yeah. So Bandit's fine with the rat stew. You are jiggling the thingy.
I want to jiggle the thingy.
Okay, and by jiggle the thingy, I'm assuming you mean you're jiggling the handle of the door.
Yeah, see, check it for traps, I guess.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Give you a thingy jiggle check.
Yeah.
No, that's a natural one.
God, man. It's been like years that we've played this game.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer to roll low on this rather than in combat, but yeah.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
It looks fine.
I am jiggling the shit out of that
In
thingy.
fact, you're pretty sure that not only is it not trapped, but maybe there's no such thing as traps.
Is it a push or a pull?
It is a push.
Okay. So I'm just going to crank the handle and yank it open.
It's a push.
Okay.
Yep,
I'm
you're yanking the
pulling it.
handle. It's just not going anywhere. Yep.
On that one, I am pulling the shit out of that.
Hand slips off the knob. Hit yourself in the face.
Yep.
Roll for damage.
Yeah. Arm strike.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving
Pull it a couple times.
and you're giving it a good go.
Yep.
That door is just not opening.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try and push it.
Beargar
Just out of
wanders.
anger.
Beargar wanders over. He's got a ball with some stew in it. What you doing over here, Elf? You get down there in the cellar. You find any wine yet?
Can't pull the door open.
I brought you some rat stew. Bandit says
Oh.
it's delicious. I've been enjoying it myself,
I
but I was quite hungry.
do take culinary advice from raccoons. Yeah.
There you go. I saved you a few bites. I ate most of it. It was really good. What you got
thank
going
you.
on here with the door? Did you?
I'm trying to.
Looks like you hit yourself in the face.
It usually looks like that. Yeah. I'm just trying to pull it open. And just having a hard time.
I believe.
It's not trapped at all, so we can just go ahead and just pull it right open.
I believe it's a push. I don't think this one will pull open.
I mean, all doors have a push and a pull.
And this side for this door is a push. Yeah. But most of them have had a large axe on the other side of them.
I already checked for that. It's fine.
Is it locked? So now Beargar.
Yes, and you are
Gross.
remembering from the night before. You're like, this door's locked. Like,
We should have asked old Angus to come pick the lock before we let him leave.
give
Did
me
we find a key?
Give me yeah.
I thought we found some keys. We should try that.
Oh, I have some keys. You have the keys.
Do I have the keys?
Yeah, I think you do have the keys.
Okay.
Because
Well,
while
it should
he
be
was,
in your pocket, you wheelie elf.
I think while he was hammering away at the door, you went and opened the front door for the people. I think. No, that's right. Sorry. I think you took the keys though. I think
Okay.
you took the keys.
Like, oh, that's why I couldn't pull it open. I'll try and unlock the door with them keys.
There's a couple of keys on the keychain and on the key ring, but you do find that one of the keys does unlock the door.
All right.
This is the easiest door we've ever gotten through.
All right, well, Mr. Pushy, go ahead and open the door then, and
Push
I'll
it?
take the rest of the stew while he's trying to
I thought
open the door. I'll just kind of put it off to the side.
if it wasn't trapped, why is he sending me to go open it?
I'm going to finish the stew.
Beargar does the thing that he did before, where he stands to the side, like pushes it open, and steps to the side.
Okay. You push the door open. It's a pretty heavy door, considering the fact that it's like just an interior door. But as you push it open, you hear it kind of creak and thump into the wall, and you give it about 3 or 4 seconds, and nothing seems to happen.
All right, Elf. Is it dark in there? I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's dark. What do you see down there?
What do I see?
Roll a perception check and tell me what you see.
17. I think minus 1, but
For the first time, something besides
Yeah.
Urian down to nothing.
You peek your head in with your dark vision. It is dark, but it's a pretty small room, 12 by 12. It's all stone. The back left-hand corner of the room, you can tell that there was barrels of stuff there. Maybe it was some more storage for the kitchen. And then there's a little set of stairs off to the right. They go up to another door. It's like 4 steps up to another door. That's about it. It's pretty empty.
don't see much. Definitely not trapped, so come on in.
You said that before. You just now are confirming that?
I mean, it's not trapped, so it still doesn't look trapped. No.
You done with your stew? Let's go see if we can find some more bottles of this
Let's find some
Hawthorn
wine.
Reserve.
Let's find some wine.
And see what else is going on here. You know, there's rumors of it being haunted. Do you think there's somebody down here?
I sure hope not.
So there are steps up to another door. The door is closed. You try the door. It's also locked.
Another Urian damn locked door. Can you open this one, Elf?
I can try.
Yeah, you
Get the keys.
You have the keys.
Okay.
You rifle through and you find the correct key, and you are able to open the door. Both of you give me an insight check.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1 for old Fleet.
Oh man, yeah.
A 9 minus 1, so an 8.
An 8. I don't know, guys. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Blindly.
You, Beargar, you're not even really sure. Like you're vaguely aware of the fact that you're in a house.
I burped a little.
Yeah.
Had some rat stew. It came up hot.
How's the stew treating you? Is it?
They didn't.
You good?
They fight going down just like they fight when they were alive.
Sounds like they're fighting coming back.
You're pretty sure that maybe that rat wasn't fully cooked. It's like stuff's not great for you right now. With your
I don't
8,
know if I need to bar for shit.
But you definitely have to shit.
with your 8,
You can drink some whiskey.
Z'kar.
It'll make you better.
you have this. You can't quite put your finger on it, but
I'm definitely inside.
you're in the house. There's a lot of doors with a lot of locks, and they're all locked.
Okay.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's gonna start shoving keys and things. And
Yeah,
Let's
it's like every time you get to a door, it's locked. It's
Another.
just so many locked doors.
this is why I stay
It's just
outside.
really weird. It's just really weird.
So does he get it open or
This is why I live outside. There's no locks.
it's open?
And you open it.
There's no trap.
It's no trouble.
We're alive.
You're alive.
You see anything through this door, Elf?
13.
13. Nothing special. When you get through this door, you can tell that you're now there's almost like a little bar area that is kind of up on maybe like a dais or a dais.
I see a bar.
But like where the ceiling had collapsed in the front foyer, the other half of it is collapsed in here, and you can actually kind of see up to upstairs. It makes kind of like a little slide upstairs, but again, you see the roof upstairs is fully caved in. This room is.
Is it lit? Is it not dark?
It's dark. Well, I mean, you can. There's some sunlight coming in from the breaks and stuff in the ceiling, but it's not like bright. But I mean, if you go in and your eyes adjusted for a few seconds, you'd be able to see as well. In here, you can see across the way, kind of matching where this door is, another door that's closed. You can assume that that's going back into the kind of sitting area that you were in the night before. You can kind of see this is like a U-shaped building. At the back, on either side of the raised area, kind of where the bar is, there are two kind of square jut-outs in the wall. They both have doors in them. Both of those doors are closed, but as far as you can tell, there's nothing else in this room. No apparent danger or anything. It's just more closed, locked doors. This place is oddly locked down.
I'll go investigate behind the bar, I guess.
Sure.
Since we're looking for wine.
Give me an investigation check.
14.
Intense wine-looking music.
Get the wine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just leave it as it is. It's okay. With the 14, so you, Beargar, you rolled a 14?
Correct.
7. Z'kar rolled a 7.
Of course. 12 plus 2.
8 minus 1.
When you get up here, it's dusty. It's kind of dirty. You kind of don't want to like really get down on your hands and knees to look under the bar. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
There's no bottles of wine.
You have no problem getting on your hands and knees and looking underneath the bar, see if there's anything stored underneath there, and you do find 2 bottles of wine.
Hell yeah.
Which will bring your total to 6, and your total to 3. You guys have 9 bottles of wine between the two of you.
Excellent.
Oh, it'd bring my total to 5 then. I had 4.
Okay.
And I have a bottle of pig shit.
Pink shit, not pig shit. Pink shit.
Pink shit.
Pink shit.
Pink, fluid that is pink.
Yes, I got you. It really subtly you said pig shit.
It really is.
I also have a bottle of pig shit.
Paul's got a bottle of pig shit.
Beargar carries pig shit with him wherever he goes.
I don't keep it in a bottle though.
It does
Usually I
explain
keep it
the
like wrapped in a leather baggie.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, so you find 2 more bottles. This is just kind of like the standard. It's not the family reserve or anything. It's just like the regular.
Found 2 more bottles, lad. Would you like one?
I can carry one, yeah. If you're getting full.
I'm not getting full, but you know, I like to share with me friends and partners. And
Well, if we find them, I'll give them the bottle.
We're
live after yesterday, so cheers, mate.
That is a plus.
You guys are having your 9 a.m. wine.
Yes. I already had some whiskey, so fuck.
To Z'kar and Beargar's balls.
To the balls.
To the balls.
Chin chin.
May they not be bit by any more fucking rats.
Or anything else.
But especially rats.
Okay, so that's all you find behind the bar. There's a door that goes into the sitting room that you're assuming, something like that. And then there's the 2, they look like storage rooms in here, like smaller storage rooms, but both those doors are closed as well.
Are they locked?
You can try.
Yeah, okay.
Left or right?
I go to the left one.
Left one?
I'll go to the right.
Left one is locked.
Right one?
Also locked.
Okay.
You have the keys.
Yep. I'll start. Pull the keys.
None of the keys work on this one.
Fuck.
This one is locked, Elf. You got a key for it?
I'll throw you the keys.
Try the keys.
The keys work on the left one.
Do the same thing where you kind of lean to the side and push it open.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. At advantage.
Good, because that was a 3. Oh, that was a 5. Plus my dex. It's 1. It's 6.
Okay, so you
Deftly maneuver.
you kind of lean off to the side and swing the door open, but you don't move your hand. You leave it hanging out there, and you hear this thump, and then you suddenly look in your hand, and there is a crossbow bolt stuck in the middle of your hand. You take
Ow! You fucking hand!
What did you
take
do?
4 points of piercing damage.
Why did you put that there?
I believe I was shot by a crossbow.
Who would do that?
It's bleeding.
You gotta watch out for that. That's how my brother's car died.
It's bleeding everywhere. Bandit, boy. Look at this bandit.
And he starts.
Your dad was shot in the hand.
He's licking your hand.
I'll just walk up and just grab it. Yay! Yeah, that's definitely a crossbow bolt.
Shots me in the hand. I'm looking through my hand at Z'kar.
I'll look back at him. Yep.
There's a hole in my hand.
Yeah, that was this. That did that.
He pulls like some like gross cloth out of his robes and pours some whiskey on it.
Okay.
Hey!
You're wasting the whiskey.
And just a little.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
And wraps it. Well, it was a 4.
Well, Lord.
Plus 4, it was an 8.
Okay.
What about a Constitution?
All right. You're getting like the whiskey in the wound makes you super woozy. You have to sit down for a minute. It's like that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot.
It really burns when it stopped bleeding.
It's like drinking it, but faster.
But it burns a lot.
And now give me a medicine check.
Natural 1. Oh man, these dice were much nicer to me last time.
You should maybe get some different dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we first sat down, I rolled a bunch of over 15s.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this
You
is what
wasted
I'm gonna
them all.
use.
You
Yeah.
just used them all up.
Yeah.
You got a natural 1.
An
You
infection
don't know
and
how
I'm gonna
medicine
die.
works.
you
You get an infection and lose your hand.
you're
Always
not
wanted to
you're
hope.
not sure exactly what's gonna happen, but you're pretty sure that was not the rag you should have used to wrap your hand in. It smells like it already smells bad. Like it may have been one that was kind of stuck in your pants or something for a while.
Was that your pig shit rag?
Unwrap it.
It's your big shit
I
rag.
had some old cheese in this rag.
It
stinks real bad. Z'kar.
I can't tell the difference between that and your normal smell, so...
Such an asshole.
How do I want to do this? Alright. We're gonna let the dice tell a story here.
Yeah, I think I've got a medicine kit, maybe.
Yeah, okay. So, we're going to do it like this. We're going to say that until you are able to get that wound washed, like with actual water and cleaned up, you're going to be in a state of being poisoned. Which basically means that you take all of your ability checks at disadvantage.
Just what we need.
Oh, well, like, it's not like I'm a 3 or a 1.
So,
It'll be fine. Nothing different. It'll be fine.
I'm a little woozy. It's not bleeding. I should not have wrapped it with the cheese rag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bandit
Z'kar,
boy, you want the rest of this cheese?
give me a survival check, Z'kar.
To see if Beargar survives. That's a 9.
Okay, plus some stuff.
I doubt it. Hold on. Survive. Plus 1, 10.
Awesome. Okay, it was a 10.
Okay.
So
Beats it.
you were like, hold on, just like you've lived in the woods
Yeah.
for your entire life. You've lived with druids for your entire life. You also remember there's fire and water that you made stew with and boiling water, and you're like, wait, hold on.
I'll just take the torch out of my pack. Just like, hold on a second. I'll wipe off the crossbow bolt. Just like, put this in your mouth. Bite it for a minute. Just
Okay, I'll put that in there. What are you going to do, Lord?
just light up the torch. Like, can I see your hand?
Are you going to? I just put whiskey on that.
I just need to look at it a little bit. I just need to look at it a little. I just need to look at it a little closer. Oh, let me see the other side.
No, you're going to do the other side. No,
Oh no, just hold on, just a little close.
Okay.
Well, it's not bleeding anymore.
I'll consider that a clean wound. You can remove the poison condition from yourself, but you do take 4 more points of fire damage.
Would you like a berry?
I would like a berry. Thank you, lad.
So that's 1 more
That's
point.
1 point.
1 point of healing. But you don't have to eat for the rest of the day.
So no more rabbit Not rabbit stew. Rat stew.
No more rat stew.
The rat stew is good. It's been a rough morning so far. Beargar sits down and drinks some wine.
Somehow we're almost dead for not doing anything.
There's an empty crossbow.
Some doors and it almost died.
There's an empty crossbow in that room. I don't really care what's in there. I'm going to sit down, have a little drink.
And this is where our game ends, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in.
If D&D was real life. Can't find anything and just die immediately.
Wow. That hurt a lot. And I'm going to go home now.
Yeah.
Why am I in here?
I guess while he's sitting down, I'll poke around a little bit more.
Sure. So if you're going to go... Are you looking in the room where the crossbow bolt
Since it's open, sure, yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Doesn't have to be high.
Good, because it's not.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me do the math here. It's perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 0.
It's a 0. God almighty.
I'm pretty sure
How?
I'm still inside.
Can you guys roll that many natural ones?
Dude, let's let the dice tell a story.
It's like 4 natural ones.
The dice just know that we're fucking idiots.
Oh my
The
god.
dice are tired of this.
Oh my god. Okay, so you look in the room and there's a box.
Sweet. Okay.
He tripped on the box.
No, he's
Takes
like,
1 point of damage.
Yeah, pretty much. Just trip over the bottom. Like, I don't see anything. Oh, shit.
you're like as far as you're concerned, that box, if you get too close to it, will throw crossbow bolts at you.
I'm sure it will. Man.
That's the only thing that's in the room is a box.
Okay.
You're not even sure how big it is. You're just like, I saw something cube shaped in there.
Did he trip and fall?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, probably.
He was walking away from the box. He fell over backwards.
I tripped, walking around the box, and then tripped over it leaving.
You Alfred, you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yep.
Did you get shot with a crossbow bolt?
Yes, if it makes you feel better.
It does, a little. Let me see your torch. I'd like to burn both sides of it.
You don't want to know where I got shot.
Is it his balls? Beargar comes in to check it out. Bandits, let's go burn Z'kar's balls.
So what do you see?
Yeah,
there?
so you give me a perception check, please. Just anything over a 10. Anything.
How about a 9?
Plus?
No.
Can I give him advantage by laying on whatever he's looking at?
I currently, you would give him disadvantage.
No, that's true. I'm hiding it.
It was a 7 plus 2.
Okay, so you got a 9. All right, so you see more than a box. You do see the crossbow on the wall.
Yeah. And I have a torch because I want to burn him, so I brought light.
You brought light? Okay, so
Yeah.
you can also see it's a pretty small room. Like, it's weird because this box takes up a lot of space in this room.
What do you think is going on with that box that you're laying on? You told me you were shot with a crossbow bolt, you lying skinny ass elf.
I told you if that made you feel better.
It did make me feel better.
Okay.
Okay, thank you then.
You're welcome.
So, what's going on with that box there?
I don't know. It's just a big block.
You're just laying on it?
It's immovable. I ran into it and it didn't go anywhere. So, yeah.
So, Beargar leans forward and looks at the box with his torch.
Okay. As you
Please
look,
don't make me roll.
No, I'm not. I think I can't. Like,
Please make it roll.
I don't know. Like, you guys need to, like, smudge your dice or something. I don't know what you've done.
Cleansing.
You guys.
This metal was doing so good for me last
I
time.
know. You have so many nat 20s. And they have so many nat 1s. It's very sad.
He's saving it for when it's important. It's fine.
It's
This is
not.
going actually according to plan. That's great.
So, what's in the box?
As you get close to the box, it is. It seems kind of out of place. It looks newer than most of the things that are in this in the manor. It is very kind of heavily, like, sturdily built. But the weirdest thing about it is it doesn't have, like, any hinges on it or anything that, like, looks like most of the stuff you would expect in here to be something you would store things in. And most of those things would have, like, obvious places where you would pry them open. This looks like a solid wooden box. You kind of tap on it; it's hollow. It's not a block, but it also doesn't look like anything that would store anything in it. It's just like a big box, like, sitting in the middle of the room, and it takes up The whole room in here, it's a very small storage space. It's like 6 by 6.
Okay.
The box is like 4 by 4.
Can I pick it up? Is it too heavy to pick up?
You can try.
Pick it
Strength check. Just
18
yes,
plus...
you absolutely can. Pick
There
it
we
up.
go. Picking up the box.
18 plus 3. 21, bitches.
All right.
I know math.
As you pick up the box, you realize it's sturdy and it's heavy, but it's able to be moved, and it even kind of makes a kind of creaking, thunking noise as you're sliding it across the floor. And when you pick it up, you realize it doesn't have a bottom.
Oh, what's underneath it?
There's a trapdoor
The trapdoor is underneath it.
underneath the box.
Oh.
Both of you give me a history check.
12?
12. Okay.
12.
Sorry.
The history of trapdoors.
11.
Okay, you guys are moving in the right direction.
All right.
You
History of trapdoors.
When Beargar is moving the box, you guys both are like, oh, hold on just a second. That noise we heard last night sounded like wood scraping across and maybe thudding over something on a floor. And it's kind of starting to like piece together for you now.
Do you think somebody was going down this trapdoor and that's what we heard last night?
That's where the wine is.
Somebody was going to get drunk?
They stole the wine and they're hiding it down there.
Steal the wine, take that girl. Sorry.
Copyright. I want to go down there. I want to steal the wine and then bring in me girl. Come on, Eleanor. All right. Bendit Doyle. Can we open the trapdoor?
It's locked.
Keys.
I know.
I have the keys.
You do have the keys. But when you look around on there's no, like as you pull up, it's not coming up, but there's not like a keyhole either.
So
We can find something to pry it open in one of the other rooms right around here.
the other room was locked, right?
Well, you do have an axe. You are good with it.
But my hand hurts. And I already spent an hour breaking a door for no good goddamn reason.
Well, I can.
That door gave you keys.
I can try and pick the lock, maybe. I feel a little bit more. I can pay a little bit better attention now. Last night I was having some troubles.
I'll hold the torch for you, lad.
Okay, so you're going back out and over to the other storage room to see if you can pick that lock. Okay. Do you have a lock picking kit?
I doubt it now. Yeah.
No. Okay,
I
so
think I might have a.
then just give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, holy shit! Dirty 20.
Nice.
So my sleight of hand is +4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a high dexterity, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
I was thinking about that when this asshole is burning me hand. I have a lot of survival myself. +4.
So you
I'll shake it.
Yeah, and you
It could have
survived.
burned me on hand. Maybe it took less than, a third of my life.
I gave you a berry.
But you don't have a lock picking kit.
No.
Okay, so you realize that, but you're also holding a crossbow bolt, and you're like, maybe I can use the head of this crossbow, and somehow, I don't know how you do it, somehow you manage to successfully kind of jam the crossbow bolt into the lock and jiggle it around.
Break it off.
You finally hear what you're assuming is the sound of the lock breaking, kind of on the inside, but it seems to allow you to open the door. And the door swings out.
Who'd have thought that they'd use the crossbow bolt as a key for the locked door across the thing?
I'm holding on to this then. I think it's the teeth marks in it that did it.
That's where you're biting the crossbow bolt.
Okay, so you're looking in this room. Both of you give me a perception check. Not high DC.
16.
Perfect.
I'm glad that you can see it here, Elf. It's awful dark. I can't see a thing.
First thing you notice is that this room, kind of unlike everywhere else in the place, is still really dusty. Your first thought is that this room has not been opened in a long time.
Someone hasn't opened this one. No one's been in here in a long time.
It is kind of dirty.
And the second thing you notice is a small chest of some sort sitting in the back corner of the room.
Well, you definitely notice a small box. Big boxes I have trouble with. Small boxes.
I'm glad you didn't fall down and get hit by a not crossbow bolt.
I did not check for traps, so.
Yeah, and that's it.
Beargar is obviously checking for
Yeah.
traps through the rest of the room.
Okay. The rest of the room?
Yeah. Not going to find any, though.
Okay.
It was an 8 plus 2. It was a 10.
10? Oh, yeah, I mean, you can give it a pretty good looking over. It's a small room. It's 6x6 room. It's got a chest in it. In the room, you don't see any traps.
Want to check out the chest?
You going to investigate the chest?
Yeah.
It's a separate investigation roll.
Fuck me. Oh shit, Beargar's rolling a big 15 this time.
Hey,
13
there we
plus
go.
2.
That is good enough to know you're messing with the chest. You're kind of playing with the lock, and it's like a clasp lock, so it's like a wooden chest with a lid on it, but it has an iron clasp lock that kind of goes over the top of it. And as you're messing with where the clasp connects to the bottom piece of the chest, you realize that there's some sort of a string going into the chest. And so as you pull on the clasp, you can tell it's definitely got some sort of a trap there.
Aye. There's a trap here, lad. I think it's part of the string. What say we stand back and you pull that string?
Or I could cut the string off so it doesn't get pulled.
It's also a very good idea.
It is an idea. Not sure if it's good. But
Sleight of hand check.
Slide hand. Ooh, 18.
Yeah, so it doesn't take you long. You can once you start pulling on this, you can tell like where the tension is. You're also able to tell that there's not really anything. It's not like a false wire or anything like that. And so you're able to get your knife in there and just kind of clip the wire. And as you do, you hear like tension release inside the box, and it sounds like something maybe small and glass kind of fall to the bottom of the box.
Okay.
Beargar picks up the box and shakes it. What do you think is in here, lad?
I'm not sure, but okay.
Okay, as you're shaking,
You think there's coins in here?
I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna see if it's a 3 and above. You don't.
Die.
Sorry, if it's 4, 5, or 6, you don't set the trap off that you just disarmed. If it's 3,
But the trap is disarmed.
if it's 1, 2, or 3, you do. It's a 6. You don't set it up.
Okay.
As you're shaking it around, like your brain's like, wait a minute, that sounded like glass, and I'm shaking around a glass vial. Maybe I should stop shaking this so hard. You hear the glass vial clinking around inside there, and it's hitting something metal inside the box.
Do you
too.
think the trap could be poisoned and I'm maybe going to break the vial that it's in?
Yeah, let's still just be a little ginger with this when we open it. I just cut a string. I don't know if that did anything.
I love the idea of Beargars. You're
Like,
like, okay, I disarmed the trap. Beargars like,
Sweet!
Is there gold in that? We don't have very much gold. The Civil War cheap bastards.
oh my god. You guys have 24 gold between the two of you, not including whatever it is that you brought in. You're doing pretty good.
It's not much.
Yeah. That means we have 24 gold between it. No, it's not true. I got like 30 gold hidden within my person, but you know what?
Okay, either way,
I would like to have more gold.
Z'kar just kind of gingerly takes the box from Beargar, like, okay, let's just bring it back out to the bar area and set it down and just gingerly open it.
Okay. It is still locked, but it looks like it's a pretty easy lock to either pick or pry open because it's just metal on wood.
He's got the skeleton bolt. Do you think you can open it with that?
I can try. Nope.
3. It
Well, 7, I guess.
The hole on the lock is actually kind of too small to get the bolt into.
Getting smaller.
But you, like, Beargar, you're looking at it, you're like, I could probably just pry this thing open. You just do it like it's...
So, you're saying don't shake it, but I can pry it open with my axe? Sorry, am I talking to God? I'm praying. Z'kar, you think I can pry this open?
Here, take a dagger. You use my dagger. You can probably
Use your own dagger. You're the one who disarmed the trap. Look what happened to the last trap you disarmed. Holds up his hand and looks at him through the hole.
I didn't. That was all you, buddy. I didn't check that.
I don't know. I'm blaming you though, so that's just part of part of it.
You have a very, very
will happen,
low
yeah.
DC strength check. Whoever's prying it open.
Okay, I'll try it. 17.
Yep, no problem. You take your dagger, you pry open the hasp. It pops off, and you open up the box. Inside the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? There's a small glass vial filled with some sort of a green liquid. You're not sure exactly what it is, but you're pretty sure it's got a little piece of string hung around it that's at a piece in the vial that has been, you can see, like weakened, like scored, so that it would break open as you pulled the hasp open.
Should we save this for later?
I think that would be a good idea. Perhaps we can give it to some ball-eating rats if we run into more.
Sounds good.
You also see there's a small leather pouch that has some coins in it. As you pull the coins out, there are 15 copper pieces, there are 15 silver pieces, and there are 2 gold pieces and 1 platinum. So write that down. 15 copper, 15 silver, 2 gold, 1 platinum. And lastly, there is another cloth bag that is about a foot long.
I'll give Beargar the change because I know he's very interested in the money. So let him count that out.
And then there's another cloth bag in there that's about a foot long. And when you pick it up, you feel there's something kind of heavy and metallic inside. When you slide the cloth off of the metal piece, it is a foot-long piece of metal, cylindrical, and has 2 kind of, looks like amber pieces of gem of some sort at either end. And as you look at it, there's some runes carved into it, and there seems to be, by one of the gems at one end, there's like a little indent in the metal that almost looks like a place where you put your thumb.
Ooh, I found a stick.
It's a good-looking stick, lad. What do you think it does?
I don't know. Just play around with it a little bit, and then I guess I'd probably stick my thumb where the
thumb
thing is.
As you do that, both of the pieces of amber immediately light up, and you let go of it, and it stays where it was, floating in the middle of the air.
Oh, laddie. I've seen one of these before. It's immovable. Check it out.
It's
You
just
push
stuck
the
there.
button, move it, push it again, stuck. This is very valuable. I think that you should have it because you're clumsy and you need something like that to help you get around. That's not true. I'm clumsy. He's very graceful. But I'm taking all the gold, and it only feels right to give you the trinket. And I
do
got
like
a
sticks.
feeling. Got a feeling you're going to be around. Just don't let our royal bandit see that he likes sticks.
You can see Bandit's looking at it, wagging his tail. That's it, though. That's what's in the box.
I'll just hold it down about bandit height and hit the button and let it go and see if he tries to bite it.
Bandit goes over and sniffs it and growls, and then he looks at you, Beargar.
It's
He's
not
wagging
gonna
his
move.
tail.
You want me to throw it, lad? We'll bring it here.
He starts panting and he grabs it. You see him pulling it with all his might.
He's never going to be able to move it.
He's a wolf. He's a pretty big creature. He's just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and he's not going anywhere. And he's drowning.
Okay, stop it. I'm sorry. It can't move. You can't. Please don't chew on this. Here, come here, buddy. Come here.
I'll grab it.
I have some old cheese here. I accidentally put this in my
Some old cheese.
earlier.
Okay. He takes the cheese gladly. Yeah, so you have an immovable rod. Yeah. Put that in your inventory. That's it, though. That's all there is in the box. Sorry, one more note. On top of the box, I meant to say this. On top of the chest, stenciled into the top of the chest were the initials RH.
RH. Probably one of the Hawthorns.
I would assume, yeah.
Probably isn't
guys-
using his stick or his gold anymore, though, lad.
You guys can both give me a history check just to see how much you remember about the
Dirty 20. Dirty 19. Sorry.
5.
You've been around long enough to know, and Beargar, you're kind of from this area, sort of. But the Hawthorns are pretty famous. I mean, they produce the most, or they did produce the most amount of wine in the entirety of the southern tip of the kingdom. And Robert Hawthorn was famous for his wines, and they were a good, well-known family, well-to-do family. And yeah, he and his wife Becca were wine growers. They were famous until whatever happened, and nobody knows what happened to them. But it makes sense that it's one of Hawthorn's.
I think this just belonged to Robert Hawthorn, lad.
Or Rebecca.
Or Rebecca. You don't know who it is. I'm the one who has the memory of Robert and Rebecca. You don't remember shit, remember?
I've heard of it somewhere.
But
I'm pretty sure his name was Rebecca.
I remember him being clearly he was called Rebecca.
either way, you're saying Robert, you thought Robert or Rebecca was another Hawthorn?
Yes.
I get it. He's making a joke. So, Bandit, you see our buddy here? He's really funny. So it's Robert Hawthorn. There is no Rebecca Hawthorn. His wife was Becca. How did you know that, lad?
I don't know.
Either way, I think he's dead.
Look off into the distance.
I don't think he'll be wanting his stick back, so I'm going to keep the coin.
I'll keep the stick.
Now, this is a pretty good little haul here. This is certainly better than that cheap bastard Delvin did for us with his, clean it out and I'll give you 12 gold and like 1 per rat bite. It's bullshit.
Do you think this stick is worth more than 12 gold?
I believe it is.
All right.
That stick is maybe worth more than the platinum and the other gold, which I have taken. Not that you would even... Do you even know what platinum is?
It's shiny.
So this one here, this is platinum. This is worth
10 gold.
10 gold.
Okay.
So this is worth almost as much as the rest of the money. Well, I guess we have a lot of gold. I have a lot of gold.
Gray one is worth 10 yellows.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay.
And then this brown one is worth
A lot more.
less.
Less.
It's almost useless, but you can use it for like rabbit tails.
So it's very useful.
Very useful for you.
All right. Rabbit
We have-
coins.
I got you for rabbit coins. Okay.
Anyway, we
So-
still need to find something to pry up that trap door. Shit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if there's stuff that's this good here, I bet you they got better stuff down there. I don't understand why nobody else would be here. Or maybe there is somebody else. But why would they not have taken this wonderful chest of goodies?
I mean, I've just not looked for it.
So we wander back into the room with the trapdoor, and Beargar whacks it with his axe
Okay.
and tries to pry it open.
Okay. So you're hitting it with the intention of trying to pry it open?
Correct.
Where are you hitting it?
I'm hitting it on the whatever end it looks like it's not attached to,
Okay.
like the whatever that where I don't think the hinge is, if I can tell.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can tell.
Ooh,
Okay.
maybe it's a push.
You can give it a push. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay. It doesn't. It's not.
It's not a push.
Definitely a pull.
I don't think it's a push. I think it's a push from the other side.
Okay.
There's a ring in the top of it that you used to try to pull it up, and it did come up like a couple of inches, but you weren't able to get it all the way up. Something was keeping it from going all the way up.
So I'll
So
lift it up
with
a
that,
little
you
bit.
can tell where the hinge side, and you can tell
Yeah.
the opening side.
Yeah, so I lifted a little bit, stuffed my axe in there, and pulled down on the other side of my axe. Actually, I'm not using my axe. I'm using, and even if I have to run upstairs, I guess it's okay. One of the extra axes, so I don't break my old family axe.
Yeah, sure, that's no problem.
I'm not going to break me good axe on this stupid trapdoor, but we got more axes, so
Yeah, there was that one.
break away, right?
So you go grab an axe, jam the blade into the kind of little crack that you're able to get see whenever you pull up the handle, and give me a strength check. And I'll say because of the tools that you're using with advantage.
15 and 20, dirty 20, but 20.
Nice.
Nice. So DC 17 on that because it was an awkward place, but you got it. So you're pulling on it, and you can hear something below the trapdoor starting to kind of creak. At the same time, you can also hear the handle of your axe starting to creak, and you're not sure which one's going to give first, and the handle of the axe starting to bend, and you're getting nervous about it. And then finally, whatever's below the trapdoor gives away with a loud kind of pop, and you hear something fall down into the hole below the trapdoor. The trapdoor slams open, you've successfully opened the trapdoor.
Nice. What do you see down there, Elf?
Poke my head over the thing, look down in the hole.
How your dark vision's good out to
60
feet?
Yeah.
Just what you see is a ladder that's going straight down. And kind of right at the edge of your dark vision, you see there's a hallway or something like that, some sort of a stone room. But you can't really see where it goes or what happens. But the ladder does go down to like a stone room down below.
What do you think, Elf? You want to go see if we can't find some more locked doors?
Well, we've been having pretty good luck so far, except for that one.
Yo, this one?
Yep.
And he looks at him through his hand again.
Oh,
It's all sealed up.
He cauterized it. It's fine.
It's fine. There's still a hole.
We've all seen Rambo. It's okay.
It's fine.
Hello.
Take a nap, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys going down?
Yep.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's a ladder. I'm not going to make you do any checks to get down the
All
ladder.
right. That's probably good.
Yeah.
Especially with the way you're rolling.
and I died.
I slipped and fell on top of Z'kar.
Yep.
And we both died. All right, new campaign.
So you climb on the ladder. Once you get down to the bottom, you are in what looks like it's almost like an exact mirror of what was above. It is a 6x6 stone room. There's nothing in it though; it's completely empty. And there's no sacks, there's no box or anything like that. It's a stone room and a door.
All right. Light my torch.
Yep.
I assume it's dark down there.
It is.
And
Yeah, you can't see anything.
check the door.
Door is open.
Is it push or pull?
It's pull.
Beargar shakes his head. Oi, lad. Stand aside for the inevitable crossbar bolt or axe.
Oh, I know better.
And he leans to the side, does the thing where he pulls open and hides behind it as he opens it.
You pull the door open. can't believe you guys are like you never check for traps.
Nope.
So you pull the door open and it goes and it gets kind of stuck. You give it a little jerk and it gets over the rough spot in the floor and opens up. As far as you can tell, there's no traps.
I lean around, I peek around the door with my torch.
I'll peek around from the other side.
So you guys are both looking
on either side of
on the
the
other side of the door.
the
Okay.
torch, in the middle. You know there's a fucking crossbow back there somewhere, right? Or an axe.
There's
A green vial of shit that will make you fart yourself to death.
that's all been pretty useful stuff so far. So.
So as you look out of the
Fair.
room, what you can see is a hallway. Your best estimate is that it's a hallway. It's only about 8 feet wide. Just past the door, like when you look out one way, it's a hallway. When you look out the other way, the hallway ends in about 4 or 5 feet from the door, in kind of a natural stone wall. But the rest of the area down here is made of the carved stone. The hallway goes as far as the light of the torch goes, and to the edge of your dark vision. So it's at least 60 feet.
Are there any more doors?
You can see kind of littered through the hallway. There's a couple of doors, one on the right and 2 more on the left.
Which door would you like to check for, more traps?
The first one we come to.
Okay, which one's the first one?
Work our way
Right
down.
or left?
There's one more on the left, right, left,
Okay.
and then it's dark beyond that from where
so
you're
we
standing.
check the left, jiggle the handle.
Check for traps.
Okay.
No, I'm not checking for traps. I haven't done my lesson.
Jiggle the handle seems to be unlocked.
Unlocked. Same deal. Is it a push or pull?
Let's push.
It's a push.
I think it's a pull.
So I stand to the side of it, I unhinge it, and I tap it and step back so that it goes open, but I'm not pushing it.
Okay. The door very slowly swings in about 2 feet and stops.
I peek around the door with my torch.
With your torch, The first thing you see is kind of bizarre. Like it takes you back a little
How
bit.
bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Boo. You see, like just inside the door, what looks like some sort of a statue. Something large, at least as tall as you, if not a little bit taller. So let's say 6.5 feet tall, carved out of stone. But through the 2-foot opening in the door, you can just see the side of it, and like it looks like maybe the statue has an arm that's sticking out or something, but you can't see the full thing from where you're standing.
Okay. Can I look around and see if there's a crossbow or axe that's going to come hit me if I walk in?
Poke your head in a little bit further.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Nat 20. Now we're rolling.
All right. So your first thing, it should have technically been an investigation, but it's fine. With a nat 20, it doesn't matter. You are confident this is not trapped. And with a nat 20, you're starting to get the feeling from the last door not being trapped, this door not being trapped, nothing being locked. You're getting the feeling that whoever has been setting this up, or if anybody is setting this up, never expected anybody to get this far. It seems pretty safe, so to speak. It seems almost like you're in, whoever set this up, you're in their safe space. They don't feel threatened down here.
Definitely seems safe down here.
But there's definitely somebody who's been down here.
Yeah, I mean, like down here, it looks like there's no dust on the floor. There's not really dust on anything. There's
Who the fuck has been hanging out down here?
It seems, I mean, for a stone hallway with a nat 20, I'll give it to you. But for a stone hallway and looking into a room and seeing a statue, it looks kind of lived in.
Now I worry that somebody's going to come and be, offended by us pillaging their things. But, fuck them. They left a bunch of ball-eating rats upstairs. They didn't come to help the people.
But as you are looking in this room with your nat 20, you see a lot of things. The first thing you see is, as you open the door a little bit further, the statue is a full-size statue of Urian. And it is a common statue of Urian. The young man, curly hair, kind of passive or placid looking face, eyes closed, looking down, reaching out one hand as if to help somebody up, other hand over his chest, in robes. You see on the other side of the room a mirroring statue, and so as they're looking at each other, and between them there's a stone altar. What you notice that is bizarre about this with your nat 20 is that there's definitely something on the altar that appears to be maybe blood, old blood, dried blood, something like that. And the faces of both statues have been scratched off, or like what would normally be Urian's face is not there anymore. It has been scratched away.
You ever seen statues like this, Elf, before? Nope. So normally the face isn't scratched off.
Really?
And remember a moment ago how I was saying that I was worried that somebody would be maybe upset that we were going through their items and pillaging their...
So the statues came down here and pillaged their stuff, and they got mad at the statues and scratched the face off?
No, you fucking idiot. Somebody down here has been living down here,
Okay.
and they scratched the faces off our god Urian. So what I'm trying to tell you, Elf, is whoever down here is not our friend. They're bandit boyo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Is this what is this? What is this? Smell this, buddy. Is this blood? It's blood. So I think they're sacrificing something. Oh, this is blood. I would assume human, but I don't know for sure. But
Bandit, what do you think?
yeah.
Bandit sniffs you, then sniffs Beargar and starts licking Beargar's hand.
Human blood.
He seems to think so, yeah.
Yeah. So whatever lives down here, or whoever lives down here, probably got some things going on. Let's steal all their stuff, and then let's get the fuck out.
That's fair.
And with your nat 20, the other thing that you notice is on the floor of this room is it's painted into the stone, but it's this kind of bizarre square landscape. But it looks weird. It almost looks like if you're standing in the room looking at the altar, It almost looks like the landscape is upside down. It's like the sky is on the bottom and the land is on the top. And then on the outsides of the square are it's writing of some sort on the outside of the square, kind of painting on the floor. Do either of you speak Celestial?
I do.
Okay, then you can read this.
So, hold my torch up. You see in this elf, there's writing on the floor.
That looks like writing, yes.
It's celestial.
Celestial.
It's celestial. It's the language of the old gods.
It's my favorite beer.
It's also a delicious beer in some places. Much like Rabbitail, not the most expensive, but it will get you quite drunk. They call it celestial because if you drink enough, you see Urian.
I mean, he's right there. So.
It's not this weird Urian with his face scratched off, but let me read it aloud here.
So it's 4 lines written around, like 1 line on each side of the square.
So it says, there is only one true God on the left. On the top here it says, of Urian this shall be eternal. And on the right side it says, from here he is born anew. And the bottom says, his presence to cover the land. I'm assuming they're trying to corrupt Urian or do something forsaken. I don't think he'd like it.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look good.
No.
With the blood and the... Yeah.
No. Let's go check some other rooms. This room is giving me the willies.
Is there nothing valuable in here?
Before you move on, both of you give me, let's go history. Give me history. Or Arcana.
Yeah, that's about right. 8.
I could have a 5 or an 8.
Which one is your
or a
8?
7.
Which one's your 7?
7 is
Arcana?
Arcana. See.
8? Okay, so with your 8, history or Arcana?
Yeah, either of the same.
Okay. With your 8 history, we'll give you the history, we'll give you the Arcana, Beargar. With your 8 history, you know that there's been stories of cults and especially recently you've heard about some new people working in like kind of dark magic. Like there's been new religions that are kind of popping up randomly, but you don't
care.
It's not something that you've actually seen or witnessed. You've just heard people talking about it before. With your Arcana check, with your 7 Arcana check, you can definitely tell that something about all this seems like it was ritualistic. But what the ritual is, you have no idea where what it led to or what it meant. You're not entirely sure, but you can definitely piece together that there's something weird going on down here.
What I know is they're drenching it in human blood, and I'm looking around. I don't see anything any more chests with possible goodies in them. And like I said, this room is giving me the willies.
Let's get out of the bloody statue room. Yeah.
Let's check the room on the right.
Okay, so when you go into the room on the right, well, of course the door is locked. So, not locked. Sorry, the door is closed. Not locked.
Check.
No, we just go and open it.
You just go open it. Okay, it swings inwards.
I think whoever may be down here
I should check this for traps.
never.
Oh.
I think
Never mind.
I think whoever is down here never expected anyone to live this long or to persevere this hard to try to steal their stuff. I
sure
mean,
hope not.
as you can see, there's still a giant hole in my hand.
It's looking a little bit better.
It's not bleeding,
It's a little burnt.
but I still feel the same amount of injured as I did right after it happened.
You feel one better.
I feel one better. So I shine my torch in the room.
Okay, this room is. Well, I mean, I won't make you do a full perception check, but this room is equally as disturbing as the last room. In here, there's a large metal table of some sort sitting in the middle of the room, kind of at an angle. Again, it looks like there's some sort of dark liquid on it. I'm kind of carrying over your natural 20 on this. There are shelves behind the table, and on the shelves there's all sorts of vials, some of them broken, some of them empty, some contents scattered on the ground. There's some tools that look kind of tortury. Yeah. With your natural 20 carried over, I'll say you do notice that kind of off to the side of one of the shelves, like in the corner, there looks like there's a book of some sort.
He holds a torch over, kind of shines along the vials. Do you think any of these would be useful, Elf?
Does any of them have anything still in them, or?
Yeah, so there's a couple of them that have some kind of grayish liquid, about half full.
It's like corked, or?
They're open.
Open.
There's one that is corked that has, like, just at the very bottom of it, about an inch or so up, full, and we'll say this vial is like 9 inches tall. Okay. The bottom, there's some bright green, almost kind of glowing liquid.
Ooh.
There's a couple of them that have a weird yellow liquid in them. They're smaller vials, about 4 inches tall. They're corked as well, and they're almost full with the yellow liquid. The rest of them, no. So uncorked, 2 tall ones with gray liquid in them, about half a full. 1 tall one with green liquid in the bottom, about an inch full. And 2 yellow ones, smaller but full.
Maybe just like uncork, give it a sniff, see if you recognize anything, or
which one? The green or the yellow? The green. Okay. When you uncork the green, it almost immediately, it's a very sour smell, and it kind of burns your nose and almost makes you kind of cough and catch your breath.
Okay, we'll just cap that one back.
So not useful. There is a book over here.
My throat, it's open.
Beargar takes the book.
Okay. Were you done with the vials?
I'll go with the yellow. I'll try a yellow one too.
Okay, so you pop open the yellow one. This one, it doesn't really have as strong of a scent at first, but it when you kind of get your nose closer to it, it smells kind of bitter, and if something can smell warm, it smells warm. Yeah, it's weird, and as you kind of shake it to get more, like, kind of get more wafting more of the odor.
It's making these weird noises.
Yeah, it's popping.
What are you doing over there with the vials? I don't know. Beargar's flipping through the book.
Popping open the vial.
But the best that you can tell, or the best way to describe it, is it smells organic.
Okay. Dramatically organic.
It's dramatically organic. But that's about all you get from the smell.
I'll throw them in my pack and save for later.
Okay, so you can mark that down. You've got
2 yellow vials.
2 yellow vials and a green.
Sure.
Beargar, the book, it's kind of dusty. It looks like it was discarded and then just left there for a while. The book's older, dustier than some of the other stuff in here. Looks like it was discarded a while back and left there. Again, stenciled on the front of it is RH. And when you open the book, the first couple of pages seem to be notes on the vineyard. Talks about wine varietals and that kind of stuff. But as you get further into the book, the writing gets more sporadic, and it seems like the language is starting to change. Now, you read Celestial, so you're able to read it. And these are your journal notes. You have found some sort of journal. You can choose to read it out loud to somebody else, or you can keep it to yourself.
I got this book here, Elf. I'm reading through it here, and it starts as just I think it's Robert Hawthorn still, and it looks like he's writing about wine, and then it looks like he's coming fucking unglued, and then he starts writing in Celestial.
Yeah, let me see. Go ahead and read that.
This is some creepy shit. The first couple things, it's like the Pinot looks to be particularly good in Riverto this year. It's too bad the spring drought stunted the Shiraz and yearling grapes.
That is too bad.
Yeah, but then you get down, 23rd day, second cycle. This is about, 75 pages in. It's talking about Uranic year 5148. He brought them back. Urian helped me. He brought them back, or what was left of them anyway.
The grapes?
How did we get here? Why has this happened to us? I should have left ages ago, but I can't. I cannot leave. He will not let me. I hear her always. It's creepy. There's work to be done, it says. I don't know. Somebody is, days later, it doesn't matter, I have to write, I must remember, you need to know. I need to know, I'm sorry. We should never have let him in, it wasn't us. We didn't want this. He did it. He took it from us. He promised so much, but he took everything. I am so sorry. You know, I kept a journal for a while when I first got back, and I realized I couldn't save me, sweet Eleanor. It was crazy, but it wasn't this fucking crazy. And also, it's really difficult to write in Celestial.
That doesn't look like the easiest.
I'm gonna hang on to this. He like puts
Probably
it
a
in
good idea.
one of his many folds.
Yeah, you can put in your inventory that you have a journal by RH.
This whole place gives me the willies. Let's go check this last room and let's get the fuck out of here.
Can I find the biggest, sharpest, tortury thing and just grab something?
Yeah, you find it's a saw.
Okay.
Or it looks like some sort of a saw. It's kind of a weird looking saw though. It has like a handle that you would like put your fist into, like you would grip with one hand, and then coming off of it down at the bottom where your last two fingers are, it kind of swoops up. It's very silver and it has kind of a really jagged edge.
It's like a medical.
Definitely like a medical
saw
like
or
bone
something.
saw of some sort, something like that. Bone saw.
Bone saw.
As you guys are leaving the room, I want you both to give me perception checks. And Beargar, give me yours at advantage because I'm going to say that Bandit's helping you out with this.
Oh, my first one was a 15 and my second one was a natural 1. So we'll take the 15 plus 2, which is a 17.
Okay.
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
I got a 4.
Fantastic.
Well, technically a 3.
So, we're gonna say it's Bandit that kind of alerts to this. As you guys come out of this room and you're kind of making your way a little bit further down the hallway, Bandit starts kind of sniffing the air, and then he starts to whimper a little, and you see him kind of get in that crouch, like dogs do when they're like kind of waiting on something to be thrown, or they're waiting on something to like dart across the room. But he starts to stalk forward kind of slowly towards something down there. But he's sniffing the air as he's doing it. And so you guys kind of start to sniff the air too. And something is starting to smell not good. Very rotten, putrid smelling.
Worse than Beargar?
Way worse than Beargar. It's overwhelming.
How many
Beargar
times do I
smell.
need to tell you, Elf? It's your upper fucking lip. I smell delicious.
And so before you can even get to the last door on the left, the smell starts to get pretty powerful. And then you also notice that just past the door on the left, the hallway opens up. And it looks like there's maybe another hallway to the right. You can't see because it kind of goes around a corner. And then there's a bit of an opening space. And then it looks like there's maybe some steps or something that are going down in the back of that area, that open area.
Oh, Elf. Smells like dead. Do you think they were going to find a dead body in this next room?
I mean, we didn't find the source of all that blood yet, so...
I opened the door.
You open to this final room in the hallway, and this room, compared to the other two, seems pretty benign. There are a couple of cots in it. There's some side tables. One of the side tables has a candle that has been burnt down to the bottom of the candle. That's about it, but it looks like just like a cot room or sleeping room down here.
Shine my torch around. Is there anything?
You can do an investigation check if you want to get more out of the room.
Nah, 20.
Nat 20?
Apparently this one only does 1s and 20s.
It's effective, or not.
Great storytelling,
It's
I guess.
effective or fun.
Okay, so with your Nat 20 investigation, the first thing that you notice is that there's not anything of real value in here. It's two cots.
Just wasted it. 20 didn't I? Did a really thorough investigation, and there's not shit in here. I don't. Let's
There's two cots coming in. The one on the left, it was made ages ago and hasn't been done, like messed with. The one on the right coming in the door looks like it was fairly recently slept in, made fairly recently, and you notice that that's the candle that is burnt down is on the bedside table on that side. You also are able to see with the Nat 20, you're able to see that there's some kind of water droplets or something. It looks like a space where there was water droplets on the floor, as if somebody like maybe use like a washing bowl or something there at the foot of the bed, but just on the right hand side. So there's definitely this. It's set for 2, but there's definitely only been 1 person staying in here fairly recently, but not like in the last day or 2.
Nothing of value, no trash, no drawers, no.
Nothing of value. And as you poke around, there's not even. It's weird because there's nothing. Like there's nothing left over in this room. Like not even like a foot locker or anything. It's just the candle was the only thing that was left. The candle and the bedding.
Weird. Well, Elf, somebody's been sleeping in here. Not recently, though, I don't think.
Hopefully not.
So, I assume the cellars where the rest of the wine would be is down the stairs. But I'm afraid there's...
With the smell?
Yeah.
I don't think the smell would affect the wine, though.
You're right, Elf. Probably not... smell is not going to affect the wine. There's... and whoever's here, I don't think they've been here in a long time, so maybe they won't show up and try to kill us.
Let's hope not.
It does smell horrible, though.
It's not great, no.
But, let's go. You, not Gennaro, will you, lad?
Sure.
Are you
Working our way down the stairs.
Are you guys doing this
Stealthily?
sneakily? Are you trying to be stealthy, sneaky types?
No. Beargar's not. Z'kar's sneaky on his own, right? Like,
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
But no, I got my torch up. We're walking down the stairs. We assume that whatever's down there from the smell is already dead.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll be behind them.
Okay. And
Torch is up.
You get torches up.
He's
Okay,
behind
so
me with an arrow notched.
the first thing you notice as you're walking towards the stairs, away from this one room, on the right-hand side where that corner was, it opens up into a much larger hallway. This hallway is probably about 12 feet across. But it only goes back about 10 feet before the huge metal doors are closed across this hallway.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. I thought that there were stairs.
There's so like
heading
imagine
to the stairs.
you're facing down the hallway in front of you. You're facing the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You're facing it, the hallway opens up and there's kind of like an open room as if you were looking.
When we see the metal doors, are they fancy?
The doors are not fancy, but they're pretty hefty. They're to the right. In front of you, there's an open, like kind of an open space.
You see these doors, lad?
And then you can tell that the room falls, kind of stairs down in front of you, past this open space.
What do you think? What do you think's going on with these big metal doors?
Nothing right now. They're pretty stationary.
But do you think if there was something cool, or fancy, or more gold, perhaps, it would be behind the big metal doors?
Possibly.
Totally distracted from the stairs, walk over to the metal doors and investigate them with my torch.
Okay.
With a natural 1, I investigate them. I fall. I hit my face on the door.
I don't think that's how you open them.
And the torch falls on my back. I roll over, putting my torch out.
Making a bunch of noise.
Okay, so with your natural 1 investigation check, yes, you fall down. You almost burn yourself.
They might not even be doors.
Yeah, and you're like, man, these are big. This is big. Like, who has big doors? Big
Come
doors.
here, Elf. Help me up.
I'll unlock the arrow. Come help you. Give you a hand.
Need you both to give me a perception check.
We're good at this.
6.
4.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Let me check something. Sorry.
We are perceptive.
Okay. 6 and a 4?
Yep.
Okay.
If you have them together, it's still probably not going to pass the normal check.
Okay, go ahead. So, what were you doing?
I was just helping Beargar up. The torch got
He's
put
out.
out, so that's a plus.
Okay, so it's completely dark now?
So it's just my dark vision.
Just your dark vision?
Yep.
And what did you get in your perception check?
That was a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 5, but you know.
Bandit's with us. Should he check?
I'll let Bandit do a perception check.
Ooh. A 9 plus...
Intelligence.
here it is. The wolf has advantage on wisdom checks. Wisdom perception checks.
Wisdom,
Rely on
okay,
hearing
wisdom.
or smell.
Because I can do it twice. So you got
It's
a 9.
plus 5, so it was a 14.
Okay.
Or
Or
Worse. 7 plus 5.
Okay.
But still, is a 14. His passive perception is just 15.
Okay.
Are you grabbing your torch as I'm helping you up?
But when I get up, I'm obviously going to try to light it again. That's going to be the first thing I do.
Both of you give me dexterity checks.
Not good, but better than I've been doing. 12.
Not a save, but a check.
Yeah.
21.
Okay. So what happens as you're helping Beargar up and you're kind of dusting him off and it's now dark? You're so focused on what's going on with Beargar, you don't hear the sound behind you. But Bandit starts to growl and you spin just instinctively as you see a claw kind of swipe in front of your face. You can't see anything, but it was far enough away from you that you kind of feel the wind off of it, and you feel Z'kar jerk. You hear Bandit growling, but the thing missed both of you. Roll initiative.
Oh, here we go.
Something has come out of the darkness, but you're very loud, slamming around and walking around, falling.
19.
19. Okay.
32.
20. So. Okay. So that was its surprise attack round, but it was Bandit alerted you right at the last second, or it would have fully done like sneak attack on you.
Maybe we could say he kind of jumped and like got between us, like pushed you back.
I think the growl that he let out kind of alerted him, and he used his massive dexterity to kind of just instinctively flinch out of the way, which
Pushed me out of the way.
pushed you out of the way and missed you guys both. Currently speaking, though, it is dark.
I was already working on lighting the torch.
Okay, so it's your go. You can use an action or a free action. I'll give it to you as a bonus action to light your torch.
Done.
So you can see, and what you see standing in front of you is this something you've never seen before. It looks like a corpse, but its features are oddly elongated. Its mouth kind of hangs open at a weird angle and almost too long. It kind of looks like the Scream mask.
Ugh.
With sunken eyes, fangs coming off of the teeth, very sallow skin, no hair. It's making this kind of sucking sound with its mouth, and its fingers the fingernails have continued to grow post-mortem. And so they're long, kind of clawed fingers, but they seem to be dripping with kind of goo. It is, in essence, a ghoul. And it's staring at you guys. It's missed its attack. You have one action and movement. It is within melee range of you. It just took a swipe at you and missed.
All right. I drop my torch on the floor and pull out my axe.
Okay.
And swing at its head.
Okay, roll attack. Hey, it's battle music time.
18 plus X. Oh, yeah, it's 18 plus 5, so 23.
Yeah, that hits.
And it's a D8 plus 3, which is 3 plus 3, 6.
6 damage?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so you drop your torch, you light up the room, you swing with your axe and chop into its arm, its back, so yeah, and kind of hisses at you, and it's your turn. Actually, it's Bandit's go.
All right. Bandit has pack tactics.
Pack tactics!
So
Fantastic pack tactics.
he rolls with advantage,
Yeah, he does.
and he does 1d8 plus 2.
Well, he's got to attack first. He gets advantage on the attack. He still has to attack. Roll a d20.
He rolls a 6, but he has...
The 6 is his highest?
No, 6 is what he rolled.
He's got to
Roll again.
He's got to roll again.
That's pack tactics.
Pack tactics.
He rolls a 7.
Ooh.
Will he attack? Plus 4. So he rolls a 7 plus 4, which is 11.
Just barely misses. So as you hit this thing, Bandit comes around to kind of hamstring it, but the thing stumbles backwards just outside of Bandit's bite attack, and Bandit misses. And that brings us to you, Z'kar.
Alright, he stumbled back a little bit. Is he out of melee?
No, just
Still in?
kind of out of bite range, or
Okay.
just kind of moved him enough to, but he's not out of melee.
Okay, so shit. fuck it. I've already got my bow out, so I'm gonna have to jump back a little bit to get out of melee. I'm assuming I'll take a attack of opportunity.
Yes, you will.
Okay. I'm scared of shit, so I'm just gonna jump back and be like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Pull an arrow, get that ready as I jump back.
So, dirty 20 to hit you.
That does. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, let's roll some damage.
We don't have to.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
This is my favorite part. We must.
Oh, man. 2 1s. What?
Yeah!
So that's going to be 2 1s plus 2, so that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
If the target creature is other than an elf or undead,
I am only half.
you need to roll a Constitution saving throw. It is a saving throw.
Okay.
Roll high.
13 plus.
So no. Okay. So you jump back. It slashes at you. Its fingernails kind of dig through your like right into your kind of neck area, and you feel that goopy stuff kind of get into your skin, and you start to feel kind of tense, and then like your body pushes it out, and you're not affected by that.
Careful, he's goopy.
That brings it to.
It's still my turn. Yeah.
So your turn. Yeah, that was just your right. You were jumping out of the way.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just had to
good.
move back so I don't have disadvantage on shooting him with a fucking arrow.
Yes. Okay. Fire away.
18.
That hits. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Oh shit. No, do it.
Hunter's mark.
Yep.
I'll let you do it.
Okay. As I'm
As
jumping
you-
back
as
and
you're
taking
jumping
that hit, bonus action, Hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well that's max damage
Oh, nice.
on both. So that's a D8 plus 4, so 12 plus 6 is 18. Jesus Christ.
He had 18 hit points left.
Okay, well, as I jump back, knock
Yeah.
an arrow,
Yep.
and he slashes me, just shoot him straight through the just big open mouth.
He's okay.
Up into its brain. Yep.
Yeah. So this this kind of thing out of a nightmare comes out of the darkness, out of nowhere, and is suddenly upon you and it's swinging at you. And I mean, this all happens in a matter of 6 seconds. He dodges out of the way. You light your torch, throw it down, swing at it, hit it with the axe. Bandit tries to bite it, misses. It swings. Or you jump backwards. It swings at you again. It hits you, and as it hits you, you're like you just fire an arrow right in the back of its throat, and it goes straight through its brain, and it is still standing there, looking like it's going to attack, and then just kind of slumps down, and falls over into a crumpled heap on
Lick
the
the
ground.
arrow a little bit.
Beargar shines his torch over the body. The fuck is this thing?
Gross. That's what it is. It's gross.
Well, we know the smell is coming. Good. Urine. Oh.
Sweet Urian's beans.
Sweet Urian's beard.
Urian's beans.
Are you gonna, okay, so it is dead.
I don't want this one coming back. Beargar torches it.
Okay, are you gonna? Okay, yep.
I'll grab my arrow out of there before
Yeah,
I torch
okay.
it. But yeah.
You torch the body. It takes.
Like, can I search it real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Give it a little like pat down.
Yeah. Give me just a quick investigation check. Low DC.
10.
Yep, that's good enough. So it doesn't have much on it. With a quick search, you can tell that it was a human at one point in time, but it has now become this. It's wearing an old button-up shirt, but the shirt is barely on anymore. Its pants are torn at the knees, and from the knees down, they're gone. But you do notice a silver locket on its neck.
Elf, are you serious? Leave the gross dead thing alone.
I mean, this looks shiny. It's like the silver thing that you had that you said was worth something.
What you got there?
Pop the locket off. Or pop the, do the chain.
And grab the chain?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you grab the chain, you feel this kind of strange pull. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I think I have... Is this a charm?
It is.
I have advantage.
All right.
Good thing. Alright, 17.
Okay, so you have this bizarre desire to like open the locket and stare at it, and like the locket, like for like a half a second, kind of everything else in the room is gone, and it's just you and the locket, and it seems like the most important thing in the world to you. And then you're like, wait, what?
It's really nice.
It's a nice locket, and then you, but
Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Let's burn this Urian forsaken
resist
thing.
its charms.
Okay, I'll just wrap that up in a little piece of cloth and stick it in my bag.
Okay, you can put
Zombies getting torched.
You can put lockets or charmed lockets or some note like that in your inventory. You're burning the zombie thingy. Okay, yeah, you can you put your torch to its corpse. It's hard to set a body on fire without fuel, but you do catch its clothes on fire, and its skin does kind of seem papery, and it burns, but it's more like a smoldering burn than like a burst into flames vampire kind of burn. But you can tell though that it's catching and it is dead.
Well, that's helping the smell.
Oh, you think it could actually get worse? It's just thicker now.
As you're doing that, give me another perception check, both of you with advantage this time.
12.
Dirty 19.
Okay, you hear Beargar coming from where the stairs are and that kind of darkness on the other side of the room. You hear some movement, and you even kind of hear that familiar...
Knock another arrow, elf.
Yeah.
I believe there's another one of these coming.
I mean, it might be something friendly.
I
to thank us for killing this one.
I think that this one would have killed anything friendly. So I think whatever's coming was friendly to this one.
Well, at least it was friendly somewhere.
And you do see then coming up the stairs another one of these. This one seems smaller. And it's coming at you kind of like its joints kind of seem disjointed. It's coming at you on all fours, and it's kind of like its joints are kind of popping. It's moving at an odd sort of way, but it's coming at you pretty quick. It's currently about 40 feet away from you.
Don't like that.
But you'll keep your initiative, so Beargar, you have the first action.
I have a bow. A long bow.
Jeez, you have a longbow?
Yeah.
This is the coat of many things.
Seriously. Your cloak is like Mary Poppins' bag.
I also have a warhammer in here. Not joking.
I also have a lamp.
Yeah. So, but it's only +3, so I'm
Got the keys to a 93 Toyota Tundra for some reason.
dirty 20.
That hits.
1d8 plus 1 is 7.
Okay, 7 damage. So as this thing's running at you, you pull your arrow out, your bow out, and you fire an arrow at it, and you catch it right in the shoulder, and it kind of, and it keeps coming.
Did you see that, elf? You're not the only one that can shoot a bow.
Nicely done.
Yes. Now, finish it.
I will try.
Wait, I forgot. Mi boyo. Second.
While I'm knocking the arrow, next arrow, Bandit's going to go ahead.
So Bandit growls and starts running at
Does
it.
Bandit have a bow too?
Bandit rolls a nat 20.
Ho ho!
Damn. So okay, and what's Bandit's movement speed?
40 feet.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So Bandit like full sprint runs at this thing and meets it head on, and it's because it's coming at you on all fours. It's like head to head with Bandit. So Bandit like literally meets it head on. What's your roll for damage? And remember, you double the dice roll and then add your modifier.
Okay.
For a nat 20.
2d4 plus 2. So we got a 1.
Alright.
and a 1.
So it's 2 plus, so
So
double that, so that's
4
plus 2,
two,
so
so
6
6.
damage. Okay, so Bandit meets this thing head on, and starts tearing into it, and grabs a good chunk of the side of the face and starts tearing, but as it does, like the side of the face kind of comes off with Bandit's bite, but it doesn't seem to bother it, and it just...
6 damage.
Okay, good.
All right.
Z'kar.
Okay. As I said a second ago, before I didn't realize that it was Bandit's turn. He gets really upset if I leave him out of stuff when it's his turn. So, he bit the monster. Can you kill it before it attacks him?
I'm really gonna try.
Okay.
First thing, bonus action.
Move that
100 mark over there. I'll aim really nice with my little white eyeball there.
Yep.
Mark the shit out of that guy. And dirty 21.
That definitely hits.
Okay. That's only 9 points of damage.
How do you do it every time?
I don't know there. It's right there. You can see it.
Show
That's
you.
my elf. It's a stone cold killer. Let's burn this one too. Hit 9 points left.
Good job, Bandit. Could have done it without you.
9 points. Exactly 9 points of damage.
Yep. 3, a 2, and a +4.
Yeah, that's fine. +4 is fine. Yep. Well done.
That's what I'm here for.
My 2 badasses are coming out of nowhere.
I can't see things, but I can shoot them.
I think they did 4 points of damage combined. Amazing. Go ahead. So how did you kill it?
Same thing. Just straight down the gullet.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. It's coming at you kind of like a charging gorilla, and then you it's screeching and hissing, and you fire an arrow right down its throat, and it's like, and it skids to a halt, and it looks very dead.
I certainly hope so. Let's give it a little pat down again.
We're going to check this one for some jewelry too. There, Elf.
Sure.
When you're done, and Beargar lights another torch, burn it.
Gotta get my arrow back anyway, so.
So give me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, 19. 18.
Yeah, on this one, it's ragged clothes. About the only thing that you can really tell on this one is that it's distinctly female.
Okay.
But there's nothing left. It's just some ragged clothes. There's nothing worth anything on the body.
Light her up.
Back to the steel doors.
I was gonna say we should dig further into the.
You want to go down the stairs?
Down
where
the stink room.
Screaming largemouth monster. I guess
There
you
might
could-
be more. We don't want them sneaking up on us.
That's a fair assessment. Okay.
So as you're walking down the stairs, it's this room. If you think back into what this place was before it became a creepy horror pit of death, you can tell that this room was maybe like a kitchen area for the staff or the servants. It steps down. It's kind of a large open room. There is a fireplace in the back, or a cooking hearth in the back. And at one point in time, you can tell there was like maybe some tables and chairs and stuff in here. But what you see more than anything else is in the middle of all of this room is this huge pile of rotting corpses of all kinds.
Oh, more of the smell.
And the smell here is overwhelming.
That's where it's coming from.
And it's a pile. I mean, it's probably 6 feet tall. They've just piled 6 feet tall, 15 feet wide.
Don't think there's anything down here I want. You want to do your little jewelry check there, Elf?
Might as well over here. Poke around the room.
Give me an investigation check.
That's another 18.
18. As you're poking around, there's all sorts of stuff in here, and you're able to tell that it's not just human or humanoid bodies. There's animals. There's deer antlers. You do find some daggers, just kind of plain daggers. You find one short sword. You find a broken buckler.
Okay. I just probably don't need that.
You find some leather bracers. That's about it. Like that's of anything that's of any value.
I'll steal a few daggers then.
Okay.
So, looking around the room, are there any other entrances or exits or?
One that's worthwhile. Okay. No, this seems to be like a dead end. This is the at this point in time, what you're able to tell is that, other than where you came from the ladder, the only real way in and out of here is through the metal doors.
Well, whatever is on the other side of that metal door, or whoever's been here, has obviously been feeding these gross fuckers. Let's go check that door. Or do you want to just get the fuck out of here?
I mean, we still haven't found any more wine, so let's see if we can.
I mean, fair. And we could get another fancy steak. I would like to have my own steak. Bandit would love to have his steak too.
I am good at finding sticks.
Back up to the metal door.
Okay.
And investigating it for traps or locks or.
Give me an investigation check.
Assist.
12 plus 3. 15.
It's trapped. As you're pulling on the door, the first thing you notice is that it's not locked. But, I mean, just the barest pull on the door, and you hear clicking noises happening behind the door, and it's giving you resistance that's not just the weight of the door. But you haven't, as best you can tell, you haven't set anything off yet. But it's very trapped.
Something bad.
Okay, so it sounds like there's something on the other side of this door that will hurt us. And being as I don't want another hole in my hand, do you think you'd know how? I don't know what to do. I don't really want to go in there.
I guess we try to figure out how to disarm the traps.
Yeah, you can do a sleight of hand check. Okay. Like you've been able to tell that it's trapped. You think you've got a pretty decent idea of where the mechanisms are.
16.
As you pull the door open, you're able to. You can kind of see at the bottom of the door. There's like a pressure plate that you're clicking. You're moving it across. And at the bottom of the door, you're able to kind of jam one of your daggers or something into the pressure plate to keep it pushed down so that it doesn't pop up and pop open. The top of the door, it's a little trickier, and you spend some time. You're right on the DC. Let's do it this way. Roll a 20 and let me know if you get above a 10.
Nat 20.
Okay, it takes you a few minutes, but you're able to kind of, maybe you even like get Beargar to kind of lift you up because the door's kind of tall, but you're able to see that there's another pressure plate up at the top, and you're able to get another one of your daggers like kind of jammed up in there, at least enough to hold the plate, and you're able to open the door. You've disarmed the trap. As you open the door, you see in the room, going wall to wall, there are 3 large pieces of wood, cylindrical wood, with spikes on them that span the room. One of them is overhead, and there's 2 kind of on the floor. You can tell that this is probably part of the trap.
That's a big trap.
It's very complicated. I'm glad you were able to locate the pressure plates on the top and the bottom.
Me too.
I think that we might have found the one on the bottom and then had this spiked stick hit us in the face. So, well done, Elf. Well done.
Thank you.
I thought
I'm good at this.
I didn't think you were good for anything except killing.
I killed the trap.
But I guess that checks out. Let's.
I hope I killed the trap.
Shall we, laddie?
So both of you give me perception checks, and let me know if you're being stealthy at all.
That one.
That one, you're not being stealthy.
Nope.
Give me perception.
Actually, that's a 0. Sorry.
0. Nice.
A 13 perception, and no, I feel like there can't possibly be anything else in here to fuck with me.
I'm so proud that I found those switches and got the door open.
You're like, I got it, and then you trip over the bottom,
And it just yeah, probably.
and you just like fall. Like, I'm glad that's not moving.
Yeah, with your perception check, we'll do it like this. Oh shit! So you're doing that thing where you're like looking at you're admiring your own work, and you're backing up into the room. You're like, man, I can't believe that I saw both of those, and they got them both jammed. That's awesome. And you back into one of the spiked logs, and you jam it into your thigh for 4 points of damage.
All right. That sounds right.
With your 13, you see at the end of the hallway.
Do you think you need that? That wound seems to be bleeding. Do you want me to touch it with the torch?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm good. No, it's not that bad.
With your 13, you see at the end of the hallway. So this is about a 20, 30 foot long hallway that has these logs in it. You see at the end of the hallway. The hallway kind of opens up. The doors. There's doors down there that are open, and you do see a light down at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Walking towards the light.
And you're hopping over the logs and everything.
Yeah, just stepping over the light.
Just for fun.
Yes.
Both of you give me an athletics check. Super low DC because you know this, but if you fail, you know.
Well, I did roll a natural 1, so.
Ooh, I got a +4. 11.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
You are making fun of him for getting stuck in the leg. And you're like, hey, I'm gonna burn you with this thing. Come here, I'm gonna cart it.
All right, let's go.
And you go to hop over and you slip. And you land with a spike on your arm for 3 points of damage.
Ow!
You want me to burn it?
If it doesn't stop bleeding.
I need to get my daggers back somehow.
So you guys get to the end
Were
of the
those
hall.
the daggers you found down there with the dead people?
No, only one of them was with the dead people. I had to use my actual one to. So I might need those back.
As you get to the end.
I don't think you need it back, lad.
As you get to the end of the hallway, you see there's a room to the left that has a light on it, and the door's somewhat ajar. But you also see just at the edge of the hallway, like at the edge of the hallway door, there's a lever there that you can assume is probably the thing that sets the trap.
Ah.
So if you give it a pull, it kind of, there's like some tension on it, and then but as you pull it down, you can hear the kind of the springs behind the walls release, and I think that maybe the trap's disarmed. Yeah.
Okay. Do the daggers fall from the...
No, because the pressure plates are still, like he's jammed the daggers into the pressure plates, so he's got to go get.
You pull the thing. Like you pulled the lever. Okay. Let me see if I can pop these out and see if anything happens. We'll pop the daggers out.
It's been successfully.
Okay. Well.
I think you're going to be okay now that you got your precious dagger.
I mean, it's been very useful.
It's been useful one time.
This is a nice dagger.
It's not your bow.
My brother made it for me.
I don't know. Is it really nicer than the one you found on the dead person just a minute ago?
This one, yes. He grew the handle himself.
Grew it?
Yeah.
From what?
It's druids.
He grew it from a druid?
He does druid stuff.
Druid grew it?
He's an older brother. His leg's messed up. He's been there for a while. He makes all of our stuff for us. He's very nice.
So he grew a tree and then carved the dagger's handle from the tree?
He forges the blades or steals them from somewhere, sticks it in a tree, does some druidy thing, and it grows onto it, hacks it off. Got a nice handle. Beautiful.
I understand the words that you're saying, lad, but they don't make any sense. It's an okay dagger.
This is the one that I found on a dead body. It's rusty, kind of bloody, disgusting.
The blade is nicer on your dagger.
So are you going to
Follow the light?
You're gonna follow the light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to put out our torch since there's light over there?
Is there enough light to see?
It's like looking. You're in a dark. Like if you put the torch out, you'd be in a dark room looking at a room that has a light on it with the door somewhat closed.
Okay.
So it's enough to see, but
yeah,
it would be dark. Okay, so you're walking towards the door. You don't. It's where the door is open, somewhat open. There's a light on inside, but there's not a lot of movement. Are you just going to walk into the room, or are you going to peek in? You just going to walk in?
Yeah. You
walk into the door, you push it open, and we'll do this. We'll do one last perception check. Both of you. 18. Cacked.
0.
Good God, man. So many nat ones. Beargar, you see a lot of things. Probably the most noticeable thing is that there are footprints, small ones, going out of the room. They are wet for some reason, and they are heading down the hallway past where you came in, past the hallway with the trap, and kind of off into the darkness past that the trapped hallway. This room looks very much lived in. There's a lantern that is still lit. There is a bed that has been kind of tossed. And there is a bowl of water, and there is some sort of washing bin or drinking bin or something that's sitting at the foot of the bed. It's very lived in. You notice that there's some boots that are still underneath the bed. There's, like a plate with some bread on it, and it looks like somebody's been eating something. Yeah, it's a very lived-in room. And someone was very much recently there.
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like some bread. What do you think, Boyle? And he drops a piece of bread to Bandit. And we got some boots here. What kind of boots are these here? Well, hello, you.
The boots are very, very, very nicely made. They look of like incredible make.
Never seen any boots like this, lad.
They're green.
Look at these.
They're leather. They're soft. They seem soft-soled. They're embroidered with rune work and kind of a fancy filigree that goes all around the boot. All of the embroidery is done in silver. Like, they're incredibly well-made boots.
Cool. Do they fit?
You sit down on the bed. You try and pull the boots on. It's weird. They're obviously too small for your foot. But as you are putting them on and kind of shoving your big meaty foot into them, they seem to be kind of stretching to fit. And you feel like if you gave them some time, they would probably fit your foot really nicely.
Check it out, boyo. Look at me, fancy shoes. Hold on 1 second. And he pulls out one of his other boots. And he shakes it. And there's some cheese. And a couple of gold pieces. And another flask.
Those look a little bit tighter than those boots.
He puts them in his pockets, opens a flask, sniffs it, and is like, "Ooh, whiskey." Swigs some and is like, "Here, Elf, drink this."
Okay. Takes it, maybe dab a little bit on the.
There's not very much, so you could say we killed it.
Yeah. Okay. And you put the other boot on?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, they're a little tight right now, but you can tell that over time they'll probably it's a matter of minutes.
You see this, Elf? I think I found me some magic boots. I don't understand why whatever's here's been wandering around barefoot when they got these fantastic boots.
But that's all you find in the room.
Follow the footprints.
Follow the footprints? Okay. The footprints lead past...
Grab the lantern.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Use that instead of the torch.
The footprints lead past the hallway that had the trap. And they're going down another further hallway. This hallway comes out into another open room. This room is different because the walls stop being handmade and are natural walls, natural ceiling. It looks like this room was, and the cellars were built into a natural cave system of some sort. You do see down here, though, many rows of shelves of wine. Lots and lots and lots of bottles of wine.
And the best that they have is the 10-year reserve?
It was the 10-year family reserve.
10-year family reserve. So I look for that.
Okay.
I think we found what we're looking for.
And, finally, we get to the very bottom. We kill some weird monsters with big mouths. We disarmed the most ludicrous trap I've ever seen. You did such an amazing job. I'm so proud of you. And now we're at the family reserve.
We found it.
But oddly enough, you're looking at the shelves. There's lots and lots of bottles of wine, and you do find the section of family reserve, but you only find 8 bottles that look like they're still in any good condition. You can add 8 bottles of the family reserve to your inventory. You are, while I don't keep track of how much stuff weighs, at this point in time, you're carrying roughly 2 cases of wine with you. So, I mean,
might be maxed out.
You might be, if not weight maxed out, I might start making you roll at
size.
disadvantage on stealth checks.
I do have a lot of wine on me. Do you want to carry a couple of these
I
out?
will definitely carry a couple of those, yes.
So I take 4 of them and give 4 of them to him.
Okay, so how many bottles of wine do you have on you?
How many bottles of beer on the wall?
Currently, I have 9 of the 5-year reserve and 6 of the 10-year reserve.
You're carrying 15 bottles of wine?
I'm only carrying 8.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this might be a bit much.
I mean, it's like...
They're small bottles.
Like, here's what I'll say.
Let's just drink a bottle now.
Here's what I'll say. I'll
But I have a backpack.
I'll allow you to carry 10 bottles apiece of wine.
That's
20 bottles of wine, which is a lot of wine to carry around with your axes and your torches
warhammer,
and your warhammer that you have in your bag.
A very large,
Your
well
rope.
organized pack.
So, and all of your gold and all. So,
I want to celebrate our find. Let's just split a bottle of wine now.
I got 15 on me. So how many did you have? 8.
8. Yeah.
So
I'll take 2 more.
That's 3. So we're going to get rid of
The not family reserve.
we're going to get rid of 3 of the 5-year. Actually, we're going to crack one open.
Yep.
And we're going to take the other 2, and we're going
let's just say that you both have 10 bottles of the 10-year reserve.
Sure.
And we'll call it good.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
Deleting the 5-year reserve.
Yeah.
But we're drinking the last one. We poured the other ones out to our homies.
I say we'll drink 2 of those. We'll each drink one of those. And pour one out.
We got them packed. We just got a roadie.
Pour it out for Delvin.
Okay. For Delvin, as if he's dead.
We pour one out for Angus and Aberdeen.
Aberdeen might be dead. Okay, so technically speaking, you did come down here for wine, and you have found it. There are still footprints that are leading off into the caves.
The footprints led us to a lot of wine, so...
Do you want to keep following? I'm just curious what kind of fucker is feeding those things, all the dead bodies, and I feel like if it messes with us, you'll shoot it. So
I can do that, yeah.
let's follow the footprints.
The footprints led us to wine the first time. Let's see if it keeps going.
Would you like me to? And I put my torch out. It's like, you mind if I carry the lantern there, Elf, so as you can see in the dark?
The back of this kind of natural cellar, you can see where there's like some pieces of the area that they were actually kind of like trying to wall up to make it more like even. But one of these walls has fallen in, and there is a cave, like a smaller cave that goes down into like this kind of tunnel area beyond, and that's where these footprints have led to. As you get into this tunnel and you poke your lantern in, it's pretty easy to see that it opens up about 4 or 5 feet into this tunnel. It opens up into this huge cave on the other side, much larger than the one that you're in right now. When you get in there, the cave itself probably goes 20 or 30 feet above your head, and it opens up into about a 100-foot expanse. And you can see that in the back of the cave, there's kind of a natural path that starts to rise up and kind of curl around the outside of this 20-foot ceiling. And then on the left-hand side is this kind of natural underground pond, lake, that there's water falling from that upper layer off into, and then going out somewhere in the cave itself. In here, the footprints are even easier to see because there's dirt and there's water and
They're little muddy footprints.
There's little muddy footprints, and they're running through the cave, and you can see them kind of going up to this curved area.
I don't understand who'd walk through here barefoot when they had these beautiful boots. I'm not even keeping my old boots. I'm keeping these ones. These are fucking great. My feet feel fantastic.
They look fabulous.
It's also nice not to have so much weird shit tucked in there with my feet. It's
not really the best place to store things, but
nobody looks there. Especially when you have feet like mine.
Yeah, they do smell pretty bad.
Not anymore though. These boots actually have made my feet smell. Smell my feet. He sits down, pulls off a shoe, wiggles his toes at Wes.
That
smells delicious at Z'kar.
There's still a good bit of cheese.
Smells delicious. There's no cheese.
There's still some
he
cheese.
Splashes his feet in the water.
Okay.
And washes them off.
Okay.
You're such an asshole.
I'm assuming you're following the footprints up?
Yes.
Okay. As you get about halfway up, you notice that there's this kind of like this little like halfway up this kind of natural ramp. There's a kind of a flat spot, and in the flat spot is a pack, like a backpack that has been discarded. And next to the pack, there is a figurine. It looks like a figurine of Urian.
What do we have here?
Check it for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
Fucking that 20.
It's a backpack.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any traps here, lad.
If there are, I will find them.
You not only are you able to tell that it is not trapped.
Okay.
You figured out every possible way that it could have been trapped, and you kind of catalog it in your head. You're like, man, they could have put something underneath this that if I picked it up, it could have gone off. It could have been a rune or some sort of magical symbol.
Kind of get down like the Grinch.
Yeah.
On the fingertips, like around. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. It's just a backpack.
It is 100% just a backpack.
Yeah.
Look at what we got here, though. It's a little Urian.
Check it for traps.
I don't think there's any traps. You need Urian, lad. I want you to put him in your pocket. He's gonna look out for you. I got me Eleanor, you got me, and I'm usually drunk. So,
I mean, I've got sticks. Is that a stick?
it's little Urian.
What's
Put
it?
him in your pocket. Do it, lad.
Fine.
Do it for me. Ah, you're a good man.
When you grab the little statue of Urian and you go to put it in your pocket, you happen to take a look at it, and its face is also scratched off.
That's lovely.
Is it what's going on with it?
It looks like the other ones.
Oh, it's got the face. No, that's not good luck. Here, give it here. Give it. Yes, you don't want
Fine.
that.
I didn't want it in
We're
the
gonna.
first place.
I have a friend I'm going to show this to. This is strange, right? This is
It's not.
I don't think
Yeah.
it'll bring you luck, though. I don't think it. Why did they scratch off the face?
So you can put in your inventory that you have a defiled statue or defiled idol of Urian. You looking through the backpack?
Yeah. Well, that 20, I'm gonna find as much shit as I can.
Right. So as you flip through the backpack, it's mostly clothes, and
Anything that would fit.
distinctly female clothes.
Anything that would fit.
With your tiny frame, possibly.
Yeah, right.
There's some gloves, fingerless gloves in there that would definitely fit you.
All right. Throw those on.
The shirts, pants, way too small.
There.
There's nothing else really in there that would, clothing-wise, that would possibly fit you.
Is there a hat?
No, there's no hat. But there is in the front pocket, and with your nat 20, I'll let you choose whether or not you want to share this information. But in the front pocket of the backpack, you do find 2 platinum.
Yeah.
I do think you'd look nice with a hat, lad.
I've never had a hat.
You got a hat shaped, a head that supports a hat. I think perhaps even like the archers, they got the narrow ones that you can use to help you aim. Although I don't know that you need that much help aiming.
I mean, if anything help. Any help would be nice, but yeah. I found 2 of these gray things. Want one?
I would love to have those gray things. Thank you.
I'll give you. You have one. I'll keep one for luck.
I recommend keeping it in your boot. And Beargar puts it in it.
My boots are almost in worse condition than yours.
My boots are in perfect, amazing condition.
Well, these ones, yes.
The footprints continue on up the ramp. As you get up here, it goes up to almost the top of the cave, and there's a flat spot here, and then you can kind of see off in the darkness there is another more flowing kind of pond, maybe even like part of an underwater river that is what's flowing over and into the pool below. That goes back quite a ways, and then off to your right you see, and you can kind of tell from this that you must be close to the surface because you see there's kind of the deep roots of trees and plants from above are starting to hang down from the ceiling of the cave. But oddly enough, the footprints just kind of disappear in this area.
Think they got in the water?
I don't know. What do you think is in the water?
Yeah, we gotta look out there a little bit and then
Look around?
Get a
Give
little look
yourself a
around.
check.
Hold the lantern up and look out into the water.
You guys. Yeah. you
14.
16.
So as you
Oh,
are
shit.
holding.
I rolled a 12 with a D12 because I got rolled a
Oh,
wrong.
no, yes. It's
Can I
not,
keep
it's not
the
exactly
14?
a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled 14 with a D20.
Okay. So
Plus 2, it's a 16.
16. You're meant to have that.
16.
So it's 2 16s. So you guys both see kind of the same thing at the same time. You're both wade out just a little ways in the water to kind of look around to see if there's anywhere where a person could go. You see the cave is kind of, the wall ends probably about 40 feet back. But the water seems to be kind of bubbling up in here, so it must be coming either from outside or this is like where the natural underground river comes in. Mm-hmm. And as you're following the kind of line of the cave, you see off in the back corner 2 very large reptilian forms. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but there's something huge and reptilian in the back of this cave.
Those... I see something big.
Have you ever eaten a gator before, lad?
No, but one of my brothers got eaten by a gator.
That's not really the same thing in any way whatsoever.
It's still applicable.
I don't think you know what applicable means.
I don't.
Understood. I would like to eat this gator, but I think if we fuck with this gator in this water, the gator will eat us.
Water is not a good place to fuck with a gator.
Yes.
Z'kar learned that the hard way.
Don't want to end up like your non-existent brother.
Well, he doesn't exist anymore.
Because he got eaten by a gator, I understand. I guess it is applicable.
What does that mean?
It means...
Explain it later. Let's just get out of
the
here.
situation. But I do agree we should probably just back out slowly and not... Maybe whatever was leaving the footprints got eaten by the gator. And that's why it's not currently trying to eat us.
True. Do you think we should shoot at it from back here out of the water?
You know, we could make you some new boots out of the gator skin if we killed it.
I wouldn't mind some gator skin.
And I would love to boil some gator. Maybe fry it. Maybe cook it on a spit, on a fire.
Let's poke around, see if there's any way out of here. If we can make a quick exit if certain things go wrong.
Okay. Continuing on with your 2 16s as you're looking around up here, you do notice that some of these vines, they seem to be covering up something, and like you're getting this kind of smell and this kind of waft of air, and you're thinking that possibly there's something behind some of these vines or roots. And as you go poking around there, you can see that there's a kind of a natural tunnel that goes out a little further and into what is now, and you guys have lost kind of track of time while you've been doing all this exploring and stuff, but you can see outside from here, and there's this kind of natural tunnel that leads outside, and the sun is definitely on its way down, if not completely down, and it's starting to get dusk outside, and you're looking through trees, and you're looking through like tree roots and that kind of stuff, and you realize that you're staring outside at some portion of the swamp, and then you see one of the trees that you're staring at, and you're sure that it can't be possible, but one of those trees moves.
Tell you what, Elf. It looks like it's getting dark, and I think we can see outside. Let's go out there where we have maybe a better ground.
And we can try and get that later.
One of these gators out, and then we can eat it.
Okay.
First, you have to kill it with your arrow. I'll hit it with my axe.
Okay.
Bandit Boyo, you stick your head outside and see what's going on.
So Bandit crawls up to, and give me a stealth check for Bandit.
9 plus... He's pretty stealthy, like, just naturally, so bear with me. 9 plus 6, so 15.
15. You think remains fairly unseen, but he gets his head out, and you can see over his head, and there's definitely something that looks like a tree that moves by the front of the tunnel, and Bandit kind of yips a little bit and sneaks back, like scurries back down the tunnel and changes back into a mouse.
No.
Oh, buddy. Something out there that scared you?
It squeaks at you and crawls up in your pocket.
Is that a fucking tree that was moving?
That was something large, yeah.
What moves trees?
Large crocodiles?
I sure hope there's not a crocodile moving a fucking tree out there.
Me too, yeah. I'd rather not.
And we're calling it in there. We'll figure out what the hell it is outside of this tunnel in the next session.
All right. All right.
And that concludes this episode of the Corellan Chronicles. Join us next time when our boys find out what is outside the cave and perhaps make a new friend. Thanks for listening.